Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me let everybody in while I get my notes ready. Welcome to another edition of Debt Ain't My Daddy / Savings Minus Debt. I'm making the transition. All right. Let me get my notes ready for you guys. How are you guys this morning? Good morning. Wow, it's another good one. Good morning, Naima. Naima. I'm gonna get your name right. Naima. I hope I pronounced it right. Naima, correct? Fresh Prince CEO, good morning. Good morning. How are you guys today? Good. Okay, good. Because I've been working on it, Naima. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with it, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. Good morning, everyone. Give everybody a chance to jump in here in the room because this is another good one. Another good one. Oh, I'll do that right now, Fresh Prince. See, you know what I mean. You know that. Shit, we on that level. All you have to do is ask. There we go. Bam, just like that. Just like that. Good morning, Mark. Good morning. How are you? All right. Thank you, Naima. Thank you very much. Already just on it. People that take it serious. I love the clients that I have. Some of the when they're serious, man, they give me everything I need to know. Boom, boom, right now. Boom, boom. It comes. Quentin, good morning. How you doing? Oh yeah, it is cold. Hey, you're right. It's cold this morning. It is cold. That's crazy. But I know it's temporary. Coming from Seattle, I know it's temporary. So I ain't really worried about it. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young. And I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody believes in credit and debt and worshiping the almighty credit gods, the Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Almighty credit gods, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. Yeah, those people. All right. Now, a lot of people ask, hey, Urban Bros, good morning. 27. A lot of people ask, what do I consider myself? I consider myself a financial consultant, but I'm the person you see before going to see the professional investor, the professional CPA, the professional tax person. I am the person you come to before going to see the professionals. I help you create your base mathematical, financial foundation. I'm the person you see before going to see them. Okay. Now, if you follow my videos, you know what I mean. And the base I create with everybody is just 5th grade math. I want you guys to understand. You come into my channel, this is the safe zone. You can come in here and say, I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means without being embarrassed like you're supposed to know something, you know? A lot of people in the debt matrix make you feel like that. And they really don't know. They've just been told what they've been told through the generations, right? Okay. But anyway, let's get to it. First of all, I want to thank all my clients. I want to thank for the donations. I want to thank you. I want to thank you to people that came over from O'Shea Duke Jack. Why am I messing up? O'Shea's channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson's channel, and Solo TV 84. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. All right. All right. So let's we have to unlearn and relearn. Exactly, Urban Bros. All right, I want to thank all you guys. Man, you guys are showing me much love. I just want to make sure no matter how large I get, I want you guys to understand I'm going to still be me. I've been like this all my life. I've always helped people throughout my computer engineering career, and this is no different. I promise you. Okay. Now, before I get started, this is what I want you guys to understand, so you guys don't think I'm. Oh, thank you, Naima, appreciate that. Before I get started, I want to make sure you guys understand that I'm not ignoring you. I'm just getting straight to the topic of the subject so I can get through it in the first 20, 30 minutes, because some people have made it known to me that, hey, they want to come in, get the information and leave. They don't really like all the talking and the questions after the subject, right? It's just or during the subject. It's just too long. Okay. And I want to satisfy both parties, because some people love the question and answer after it's done, and it goes on for like 2 hours. Okay. Some people just really don't have that time. All right. So here we go. I'm not going to really be answering the questions during the time, but if you can save your questions or just post them right now, and then I can just come back when I'm done and just read them. Okay. All right. So here we go. Have you been offered an FHA mortgage? Okay. Now, this is for people thinking about getting an FHA mortgage, and for those that may even have one today. Okay. FHA mortgages are for people who don't know they cannot afford a home. Now, if you applied for a conventional mortgage and were denied, this is the bank's indirect way of telling you that you're not financially ready to buy a house. If you don't accept this answer, they usually push you towards a FHA mortgage if you don't want to listen. Okay. Remember, the bank's business is to make money, not teach people about money. Okay. Now, if you feel this is you and start getting upset at the bank, if this is you and you start getting upset like the bank tricked you or something, those are feelings. Never mix your feelings with your money. Doing this outside the debt matrix, okay? Because if you've been living in a debt matrix all your life, you only speak debt, okay? When you get outside the debt matrix, there's a language of debt free. Money is spoken in 2 languages. You only will know that once you become debt free. Debt and debt free. Once you get out of the debt matrix and into outside the debt matrix, where 15% of us are financially free, 85% of US are in debt. Okay. You come out here, you speak both now. Okay. And you'll realize it is a totally different language. Okay. Now, when you get upset about the bank tricking you or something like that, it's only mathematics. That's just like getting mad because 1 + 1 = 2. You're upset about that. I mean, imagine that. Imagine being mad because 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. It sounds like insanity, right? That's exactly what happens when you mix your feelings with your money. Now, I want you guys to listen to this example, and this is only my opinion. This is what I see outside the debt matrix. Okay. Now, this is only my opinion of how I believe the bank determines if a customer knows they can afford a house or not. Okay. Remember, only listen to me mathematically. Now, imagine a customer comes into a bank looking for a mortgage to buy a house. All right. The customer has saved up $20,000 to put down on the house. Now, after the bank runs the customer's credit, they find out that the customer has $100,000 in student loans that they've been paying on for the last 10 years. Okay. Now, at this point, the bank must determine if the customer believes they have $20,000 saved, or do they know they're negative $80,000 in the hole. Now, if you guys didn't catch me, I'll catch that. I'll show you. All right. Remember my master mathematical formula. Remember, savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. So if you take 20,000 minus 100,000, that equals negative 80,000. Okay. $20,000 saved minus the $100,000 they have in student loans equals negative 80,000. This is how much money the customer really has. Now you might be asking, how does the bank determine if the customer knows or not that they're negative $80,000 in the hole without directly asking them? Okay. Even if they directly ask them, they probably still wouldn't know. Anyway, this is what they do. They offer them an FHA mortgage. Okay. If they accept the FHA mortgage, they don't know they're negative $80,000 in the hole. Because if they knew they were negative $80,000 in the hole, there was no way in a million years they would accept an FHA mortgage. Okay. Now, once the customer accepts the FHA mortgage, they leave the bank believing they're a homeowner for the next 30 years, while in real life, the bank owns the home the whole time. Okay. The bank also knows since the customer hasn't paid off their student loans in 10 years, they're most definitely not paying off a house in 30 years. Did you hear what I said? The bank also knows if the customer hasn't paid off their student loans in 10 years, they're most definitely not paying off a house in 30. The odds are in the bank's favor that the customer will also refinance this house several times during that 30 years. And each time, a lot of people don't know this, but each time you refinance a house, it starts the 30-year clock over again. So if they lived in the house for 10 years and they refinance the house, it starts that 30 year, the 10 years might as well be wiped off the board. They start the clock all the way over again each and every time they refinance. And people do this all the time, several times. Also, during those 30 years, the banks like to suggest, they do this a lot. They like, every now and then, they like to suggest that the person with the FHA mortgage, or just mortgage period, refinance and pull the equity out of the house to pay off the cars and the credit cards. Hey, go, your house has equity. Won't you come pull the equity out and pay off those cars and credit cards so you can have more money at the end of the month, right? And since the customer believes it's their house, they believe the equity is theirs, even though the hint should tell them if they're borrowing the money at a percentage rate, the equity is not their money. They're borrowing the money from the bank because the bank owns the house. What the customer doesn't realize, just like I said a minute ago, the bank owns the house. They also own the cars and the credit cards, okay? The customer believes that by borrowing the equity in the house, they really believe they paid off the bank's cars and the bank's credit cards with their own money. They believe it's theirs, but that's what they did. They believe they paid off the bank's cars and credit cards with the bank's own money since they own the house. Do you hear what I'm saying? They believe that. See the belief? They just make you believe it. If you believe it, you believe it, whatever. Again, like I said earlier, the bank is in the business of making money, not teaching people about money, okay? Are you hearing me? All right. Now check it out. Even when they pay off the credit cards, the bank knows the customer is not going to close them. They know the customer is going to keep those credit cards and start using them again. And guess what? They're going to max them out again, putting them even deeper in the hole. They're not going to close those credit cards. You know what they're going to say to themselves? Oh, no, we need those credit cards for emergencies. So whatever, the bank doesn't care. They're like, hey, you deem whatever an emergency you feel, emergency vacation, emergency tires, emergency car fix, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. The bank doesn't care, placing you deeper and deeper in the hole. They got this on lock, people. The bank been at this before any of us were even born, okay? Before any of us were even born. I know I'm 50. Some of you guys might be 30, in your 20s, might be even a teenager. Did you hear what I said? The bank been at this before any of us were even born. Now, they'll get themselves so deep over the years, refinancing, thinking they're paying off cars and credit cards, whatever, right? They'll get themselves so deep that they cannot afford the mortgage anymore. And guess what? Foreclosure happens. Customer walks away believing they lost the house. Oh man, yeah, I lost the house because of whatever, right? Never realizing they never owned the house in the first place. They just believe they did. When math will clearly show, hey, if you owe the bank money for the house, the bank owns the house, not you. Because if somebody pays cash for a house, right? Think about it this way. If somebody pays cash for a house and somebody has a mortgage, yet both people are walking out and telling everybody, hey, I'm a homeowner. Math says there only can be one homeowner. That's what math says. Math says the person that paid cash is the only homeowner. Check it out. How did the bank convince millions upon millions of people that they're homeowners while having a mortgage? I have no idea how they did that. How they make people believe that? They've been at the game for years, baby. Years. Okay. And I keep telling you guys this. I'm not no master PhD mathematical formula dude. I'm just using the math my teacher taught me in 5th grade, Miss Klingensmith. She taught me this in school. That's it. I ain't telling you guys nothing spectacular. I'm making this as simple as possible. Now, if you paid paid off all your debt and your house is the only thing left, and it's a FHA mortgage, say like you went and did the sacrifice that I teach and paid off every single debt you had, and the only thing left is your house, and you're in an FHA mortgage. This is what you do, okay? You walk into the bank and tell them, hey, I want to refinance my house out of an FHA into a traditional top rate prime conventional mortgage. That's what you do. Now, this time when you walk in the bank, it's going to be different. Okay. The bank will know that you know as soon as they run your credit report. They're going to see you owe nobody a dime. You have no credit cards. You have no car notes, no student loans. They're going to know you truly understand mathematically. So they wouldn't dare insult you saying something like, oh, no, we can refinance you back in an FHA mortgage. They wouldn't dare insult you with that because, number one, after they look at your credit report and know the question you just asked walking into the bank saying, I want to get out of this FHA into a conventional, they will know that you know. It wouldn't even be a question. Example, if you walked into the bank before you even bought a house, okay? Before you even bought a house, if you walked in the bank with no debt, cash, and a good credit score and a good job, they wouldn't dare insult you with anything less than the top rate conventional mortgage that is on the market. Because they would know that you know. They would just look at your credit report and say, oh, crap, this person's above zero. They're in the black. Oh, yeah, we better not say nothing like that to them because they know you would get up and walk out the bank. Like, how dare you insult me? You're not walking into the bank, crossing your fingers and hoping you get the mortgage. Nuh-uh. You know you're walking in the bank. You're getting the mortgage. You're just trying to figure out which bank you're going to get it from. This is not a guessing game. This is not a hope. You know, you're like, I'm coming in here to see if you're going to give me a better rate than Bank of America down the street. Let's do this. Okay, you better be done in like 30 minutes. I want to figure this out. Let's go. I want a house. I'm ready. See what I'm saying? But when you walk in and don't know, they say, hey, you're in debt. You don't know you're negative. They're going to say, hey, you want an FHA mortgage? Because you don't have any money. If your finances are in the negative, you don't have any money. They point people to FHA mortgages that don't have money and don't know they don't have money. It's a hardcore truth. If this is you and you got or you're looking for a house, but all your friends are telling you to get an FHA mortgage because they have one, you better stop listening to them. FHA mortgages are for people that don't know they are in debt. Like I said earlier, the bank understands if you have $100,000 in student loan debt that you've been paying for 10 years, they know you're not going to pay a $400,000 house off in 30. You're not going to do it. The bank is in the business of making money, not teaching people about money. If you want to walk around and call yourself a homeowner while you have a mortgage, go right ahead. This is what it sounds like when you do that. What if you had a rental home, right? And your renter was going around telling all he or she friends or family that they actually own that home. They were the owner of that home. Would you care? As long as they were making the mortgage payments on time, would you care what they told their friends and family? You wouldn't care. You're like, whatever. That's how the bank feels about people with mortgages, especially FHA mortgages, especially FHA mortgages. When I get my conventional mortgage, this is what I'm going to tell people that ask me, hey, you own that home? I'll be like, not yet. I'm still in the process of buying it. No, I don't own it yet, so I'm buying it. I'm buying it right now, yes. Do I own it? No. I would be proud to say no. Okay. All right. That's end of the topic. For those of you that come in and just to get the meat and just leave, this is your time to leave. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Now, if you guys have any questions of anything I said, you come in and be like, I don't understand what that means. This is the place to feel comfortable to say, I didn't understand what you meant, LJ. Excuse me. I didn't understand what equity means. I didn't understand why FHA mortgages are bad. This is when you come in and say it. This is the question and answer piece of it. If you just came for the topic and that's it, this is the time to leave. If you want to stay, stay, of course, you know. But are there any questions? I understand you're making some. Thank you, Knight. Hey, I appreciate that because I want, especially your generation, I want you guys to see how easy this is, to see if you understand what I'm saying, Naima, you will clearly see how easy it is to become a millionaire. The path, I'm not even bragging, but I create the foundation for you guys. Nobody will be able to fool you with financial scams because just check it out. Financial scams don't make financial sense. That's how to tell it's a financial scam. Financial scammers aim their scams at people that don't understand money, people in debt, people that believe they can get something for nothing, people believe that they can get rich for something. You know, it's just, that's what it is. People in debt have a pattern. You know, people believe that IRS audits are random. They're not random. People in debt have a pattern. They start doing debt things thinking they're the only ones doing it, not realizing the majority of people are in debt. They're doing the same thing over and over again. IRS agents get this practice daily. They get it daily. You ain't saying nothing new. If you're scamming right now, if this is you scamming IRS, you're not doing anything new. It's just a matter of time before they catch. They just haven't got to you yet. They don't have an IRS agent for every single person that's scamming. They'll get to you. Likelihood they probably spotted you, let you keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole. You're just digging yourself. One day you're gonna be at the bottom of the hole and somebody at the top of the hole is gonna say, hey, you're gonna be like, huh? Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. What? You've been scamming on taxes, huh? What do you mean? Yeah, you see all the stacks of dirt up here by me? You see all the stacks of dirt? That's a scam. You're trying to cheat. Now, unless you want me to, this is the IRS, this is the IRS agent saying to the person that dug themselves in the hole. Unless you want me to bury you in that hole with this dirt, you're gonna pay all these taxes and fees. And what I mean by bury you, put your ass in prison. Now, do you want me to scoop all this dirt over you? No. All right, start paying. If you ever want to get out of that hole. See what I'm saying? Thank you, Quentin. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that like. All right, let me get to some of these questions. Let me see. Okay, Mark says, just met a girl at work yesterday, 22, no student loan, no car payment, nothing. Wants to go to grad school. I'm praying for. Wow. Okay. Hey, she sound like she's going the right direction for sure. I don't know how she's gonna pay for grad school, but if she's got this far and got through got her bachelor's with no car, hey, she has a plan. She must be going. She knows what she's doing. All right, Fresh Prince CEO, how much does it cost to refinance a conventional mortgage from ever? I don't know. I don't know that, Fresh Prince CEO. I would have to go to a bank. I mean, just go to a bank and figure out. But like I said before, when you walk in the bank asking the right questions, they're going to know that you know, Fresh Prince. They're going to know that you know because you're asking the right questions. And you just do a comparison. You just do all that. Whatever. I guarantee, I put it like this, and this is just my opinion, Fresh Prince CEO. Whatever they're charging to refinance from an FHA to a conventional overall will save you thousands upon thousands of dollars by staying if you stayed in the FHA mortgage. I guarantee you the cost will be worth it, okay? David, how long does it usually take to improve a credit score by 100 points? I have no idea, David. I'm not really a credit fixer. I don't really do that. Quentin, okay. LT Jr., how terrible are rent-to-own mortgages. My friend is in one and it looks like the worst. Oh yeah, never do that. Don't do that. LT, you don't like this rent-to-own that I'm assuming rent-to-own, they're renting from the owner of the house. Check it out. This is how I look at that. If I owned a home, first of all, I would never do that with a person because I wouldn't chance that, and the person that they are renting from, I don't know their financial situation, unless, I wouldn't do that personally. I would never do that. But the person doing that, they're renting the home from the person because maybe they can't get a conventional mortgage themselves, or else they wouldn't do it that way. They would say, hey, I'll just buy the home from you. Let me go get a conventional mortgage from the bank and I'll just buy it from you, right? So obviously that person renting from the owner can't get a mortgage themselves. And the person that's doing the rent to own, they might be in financial trouble. Unless I can see the credit report of the actual homeowner, I would never do that because they could lose it. They could lose their job or something. And then you just asked out. No, thank you. Wouldn't do that. That's horrible, man. There's a reason why your friend is doing that. And there's a reason why the homeowner is doing it with him. Okay. William, if you don't use why are zero balance credit cards, will credit rating go up? Assuming you don't have any debts, or do you have to use them and pay the all balance off before they report? If you don't use, what I do, William, I have one credit card. Okay. Because I think I know what you're trying to say. I have one credit card and I pay it in full every single month. So is that what you mean? Are you saying are you transferring money to another credit card of 0% interest rate? Please clarify what you're saying because I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Any other questions here? Any other questions? You guys know I love this, right? One thing this is what I'm loving, okay? This is what I'm loving because people my age, they're really stubborn. They're like, hey, I've been doing this 50 years. F what you trying to say, Linnell. I ain't trying to hear none of that, this and that. Or they might be even scared just to face how much time they wasted by not knowing. I get it. I totally get it. For you youngsters, you don't want to be in a place at my age and not know, okay? I thank God I know this at 50, okay? At 30, late 20s, you guys are going to kill it. And check it out. Nobody's going to know how you're doing it. I swear to you. Tell them. You think I'm joking? Go to your friends. Once you're out of debt or going out of debt, tell them, hey, check this out. This is what I'm doing. Savings minus debt to my finances. This determines my net worth. And then I'm going to be free. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. What? What do you mean? You can't get a car without financing. You need good credit to get a car. That's what they're going to respond to you. Ask your friend, hey, in order for me to get a car, I need good credit. Not cash, credit. It's crazy. Good morning, Cannon. Good morning, William. Okay, William, if you don't use your CC to buy, it keeps moving. Okay. If you don't use your CC, will the ratings rise at the same pace as if you use them and pay? No, it won't. No, you got to use your CC. That's why I use my credit card, okay? I use it. That's the only way your credit score is going to keep rising. I use it, pay it off in full. I use it, and I use it for not only for convenience. It's a tool for me, William. It's not a need. It's a tool. I use it to raise my credit score. I use it to buy everything I want to buy that I normally buy with cash or my debit. But I also use it for security. When I use my credit card, I don't have to worry about the security of each store. If the security gets hacked, they hack my credit card, not my debit card. Okay. Cannon, caught you live, brother. This is what I've been. Okay. Hey, FHA. Hey, all you got to do, Cannon, is do a search on my channel, and for FHA, you'll find a few of them, baby. A few of them. LT, are you personally looking to buy a home? No, I'm not, LT. My full or is renting sufficient enough for you? I'd like to buy, but most homes are too big and can't justify the cost. I don't expect to get married. Hey, LT, check it out. Right now, me personally, the only investment I'm doing right now is me, myself, and my business. I'm not looking to buy no home. I know society makes you feel like you have to be a homeowner to be anybody. That's not true. If you don't want a home, don't buy a home. If you want a home to rent it out, buy a home to rent. Let other people have the dream home, dream, American dream. Let them live it, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let them do it. But if you don't want to buy a home and people ask you, hey, man, you need to buy a home. You say, I don't want to buy a home. I don't want it. No, but buy a home to rent it out. Okay. But renting's fine for me. But when I rent, I do it differently. Not buy, but usually when I rent a place, it's usually a year lease. I just say, hey, can I get a month or two off if I pay the entire year rent? And I always get it because that's not normal. Who walks up and says, hey, I'll pay the whole year right now? Nobody, except financially free people. So if my rent is $1,000 a month, right? And by paying the whole year, they give me 2 months off. That means I just saved $2,000 that I was going to normally spend. I was going to spend it because I have to live, right? But now I'm not. I just saved $2,000 compared to everybody in my complex. I guarantee you, I'm probably the only one in the complex doing it. Fresh Prince CEO, what if someone has the argument with FHA loan? You can use the money you have spent on a conventional to renovate to make more money versus pay. This is what I would say to them, Fresh Prince CEO. Let me see your personal credit report. If I see your personal credit report and yours and theirs look like mine, I will believe them. But if I see their personal credit report, Fresh Prince, and they have student loans that are older than their children, if they have student loans that are older than their grandchildren, if they have collections, if they have tax problems, I'm not going to believe a word they're saying because it doesn't make financial sense what they're saying. CENTS. This is how, Fresh Prince, this is how you know when you hear people talk like that. Cool. Do what? Okay, instead of doing this, I do that and convert it and make a ton of money and I can just do this. Okay, cool. I'm cool with all that. Let me see your personal credit report. Because if they're in debt, they're just talking. They're just talking the same stuff somebody else in the debt matrix taught them. That's all they're saying, Fresh Prince. I'm telling you, this is a whole different language. They're speaking debt. I know this is unusual to ask for a person's credit report, but check it out, Fresh Prince. This is what I was thinking about earlier, right? How come it's not unusual when they go to ask to borrow the bank's money? What's the first question the bank's going to do? Let me see your personal credit report. When they go finance something, what's the first question they ask? Let me see your personal credit report. They don't care how they look or what they're saying. Let me see your treat your personal finances like a business, the business of you. I don't care if they think it's an odd question. That's their problem, Fresh Prince. That's their problem. I don't care the yippee the yap, the percentage, hey, the high ride, then you pull the equity and then you can do this instead of doing that. Hey, man, hey, that's great. Let me see your personal credit report. It will never lie to you. Cannon, oh, what's up, Hyphy? Welcome. Cannon, I use my CC every day and pay it off. I never touch my, exactly. That's what, Cannon, that's the right way to do it because your credit score rises. You don't have to worry about credit cards, skimmers and scammers and going to the store and worried about if their security is up. If they hack it, if they hack the store security, they just get your credit card information. I have alerts on my credit card for any time I slide it, I get an alert. I don't care if it's $5, $1, $2, $10. I get an alert. I get an alert and it's not me. I say, hey, credit card company, and that's not me. They just go, okay, sir, we'll credit your account, cancel that one and send you a new one. Done. Let that happen to your debit card. Oh, it's a whole fiasco. No, thank you. Not doing none of that. Mark, LJ, did you see the email? Yeah, I sent you back. Hey, Mark, I saw that video maybe 2 days earlier. That dude, $235,000 in student loan debt, and he think he can still live his life like, oh, I ain't gonna pay it. He's paying $35 a month on a $235,000. He will be a slave until he's dead. And he's about to get married? Are you crazy? I'm not marrying nobody with over $200,000 in student loan debt and not even thinking about paying it off. Are you? That's hell no. No, thank you. Hyphy, I want to try that full year's rent up front in exchange for 2 months free rent. Have you had a high success? Yes. It's either between 1 and 2 because it's not a normal thing for people to say that. All you got to do is ask somebody you know that maybe own a duplex or complex, a small complex. Say, hey man, If I came up to you and said, and I offered you because I asked this of a client of mine, he owns a duplex. He said, hell yeah, I would do that. Hell yes. That's not normal. Canon, debit cards don't give you cash back and points, but Amex and Chase does. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but again, I don't. If you're financially free, okay, check it out, Canon. If I hear people talk about points and this money back, cash back, the first thing I'm gonna ask to say, oh really? Let me see your personal credit report. If they're in debt, Canon, they're not getting cash back from anything. They're in the negative. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If your finances are in the negative, if they give you cash back from a card or whatever, you gotta spend money to get. It doesn't even make any sense. You spend money to get cash back. Cash back from where? You're in the negative. You're not getting cash back from anything. But if you believe you are, whatever. The bank's into making money, not teaching people about money. So if you're financially free and understand the language of debt free, and you pay your credit cards off at each and every month, yes, you're getting the benefits or whatever. Do I pay annual fees to have a piece of plastic in my pocket? Hell no. I'm not paying no annual fee on any credit card. $50 a month, $100 a month, just to have it in my pocket, not doing that. I don't do that. $100 for a piece of plastic in my pocket? They are killing the game. I'm a landlord, and if someone said that to me, I would gladly take the rent up front and give a month. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Fresh Prince? See what I'm saying? Hell yeah, you would do that. All the money up front? Oh yeah, you get a month free. Because the landlord could take all that money, put it in something else, and earn some money and get that free rent back from the person. It all connects, okay? People that understand money understand it all connects. So if I went to Fresh Prince and say, hey man, I'll pay the whole year up front. Can I get a month free? He says, hell yes. I win because I get $1,000, whatever the rent is, right? I get $1,000 off for the year. He gets to take all that money, investing in whatever he's going to invest in. He's going to make that rent back that he gave for me for free, probably triple. See what I'm saying? Everybody wins as long as they understand the game. Month to month people, they lose. People with FHA mortgages, they lose. If you guys knew how many fees and hidden stuff are associated with FHA mortgages, oh my God, that's like a slap in the face insult. Now, how I feel about it is irrelevant. It is a cash cow, money maker for the banks, baby. When I'm on Instagram and stuff like that, I be on some of these sites, man. They be, hey, why don't you get an FHA 203K so you can retake that money and oh man, you better not do that. You got to figure out, why do I need that type of loan to renovate or be a house flipper or whatever? Figure out why you need that type of loan first, and you'll think twice about it. But I'm not mad at the people that push it. It's business. If you don't know, you don't know. In order for us, listen to the people, hey, you guys that are financially free, in order for us to remain free, in order for us to become millionaires, in order for us to become wealthy, the majority of the people must stay in the debt matrix, believing they're homeowners while having mortgages. They must continue to believe they're homeowners while having FHA mortgages. They must believe that they own the car, even though they financed it for 72 months. They must believe that in order for us to be rich. And we must have people to keep financing phones, shoes, furniture. If everyone knew what I'm sharing with you, the whole economy system would crack. It would break because there would be nobody left to finance cars and all this other stuff. When you out of the debt matrix, you know the number one rule: you never finance anything that depreciates. Nothing. People believe when they get FHA mortgages, they believe their house is an asset. An asset is a money generator. If you're paying mortgage every month, you're not generating money, you're spending money. See what I'm saying? But if they believe it's an asset, if they believe they're homeowners, whatever. Yes, William, you pay your car insurance every 6 months. LT Jr., LJ, were you saving anything while you were in debt? Or did you start saving after you reach? No, LT, that's a good question, okay? That's a very good question. And I want you to listen to what I'm saying. If you're in debt, it's mathematically impossible for you to save anything. When you're in debt, it's mathematically impossible to save anything. At savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. You can't save anything. That's mathematically impossible. You have to get above zero. See what I'm saying? You can't. Now, don't get me wrong. When I create the plan, of course, you got to save $1,000 as an emergency fund. Okay, that is what it is. Don't get it mixed up. But $1,000 is just in case something just happens. Okay, but every other penny goes towards debt. Period. Every time you get mixed up in the debt matrix, because if you've been in the debt matrix all your life, the people in the debt matrix are going to fool you. Hey, what are you doing? Why you selling your fancy car to get an older car? Why are you doing that? Something wrong? You down on your luck? Do you need? People in the debt matrix even offer to let you borrow some money, even though they don't even realize they don't even have any money, but they're gonna let you borrow some. You say no, keep your money. You can't say you need it, but they don't know they need it. Okay. Good morning, Snuggles. Uncle, when were you getting out of debt? Did you ever have more than 1,000 in the bank? When I was getting out of debt, yeah, $1,000 is the first thing you had to say. Before I got out of debt, no, I never had $1,000 in the bank. Okay. I made $160,000 a year. I never had $1,000 saved in the bank. Never. I was living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. But when it was time to get out of debt, I put $1,000 in savings as an emergency fund, and every other cent went to paying off debt. Okay. So when you get out of debt, you don't have nothing more than $1,000. It's just a waste, because it's not really there. Because if you add up all your savings, add up all your debt, savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If you're in the negative, you don't have anything there. Like, people ask me, hey, should I continue to still contribute to my retirement while I'm in debt? This is what I say. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you're contributing towards your retirement. If that number's in a negative, you're not contributing anything to retirement. You just believe you are. Hey, I'm contributing 15%. If your finances are in the negative, you take 10% from that negative number, tells you how much money you're contributing towards your retirement. It's mathematically impossible to contribute negative dollars towards your retirement. That's mathematically impossible. I didn't make up math. Uncle, would you recommend cashing in stocks and non-retirement mutual fund to get out of debt? I'd recommend if it's too. I would do this. If you don't get penalized, like, don't pull retirement. Okay, I know you said non-retirement. I do see that. Anything non-retirement, I would, because the money that are in stocks and bonds or whatever you have, it's not really there. It's there making money for others, not making money for you. If you add up my master mathematical formula, that's why I'm changing everything from Debt Ain't My Daddy to savings minus debt, because it's undeniable. People think, oh man, and this check it out, Uncle. Just check this out. People in debt love to brag about the money they're earning in the stock market, right? But they're in debt. They really believe they're earning the 6, 10, 15%, whatever. They really believe they're earning that money, even though they're in debt. They're not earning anything. They're the middleman passing the money to the bank. They're just the middleman. Imagine this. Okay, do it. This is even better for you sports fans. I'm gonna let you see how you do it, okay? This is funny, okay? Now, picture this analogy. Okay, you're the quarterback, the hiker is your job, and the receiver is the bank. Okay. Now, imagine you're down there and the ball is your paycheck. Your job is hiking you the ball is your paycheck. You're like, all right, blue 42, blue 42. Now, the bank is supposed to run the routes, right? Cut, but he always goes long. He doesn't even listen to you. Each time you say hike, he just goes all the way to the touchdown. The bank always goes long, regardless of what you say, right? Say, blue 42, blue 42, hike. And then all of a sudden you just get, the bank is just standing there. He's not even running. He's not even going long. He's just looking at you. Next thing you know, you're tackling. You're like, what's up, bank? Did you hear me call out the play? The bank goes, hey, I don't like blue. I want you to say green, because that's all the bank sees is green. That's messed up, bank. All right, whatever. Green, 42, green. Now I want you to run the route. The bank doesn't listen to you. He always goes long. And then you gotta throw your check each and every time. See what I'm saying? Oh, God. No, Lance, I'm not talking about, now, that's a good question, Lance. I'm not talking about the things that keep you alive, okay? Rent, food, electricity. Without those things, you will die. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the things you will live. If you didn't have a car note, would you die? If you didn't have those brand new Jordans or that Xbox, would you die? No, no. Okay? I'm not talking about regular stuff, utilities and stuff like that. Nope. LT, do you tell friends that you're retired? And do you ever consider going back to working? Well, first of all, LT, I'm not retired. Okay, I'm not retired. And that word retired, like, this is my business right now. And I'm not going to stop this until I physically cannot. So I don't plan on ever retiring. Okay. I love what I do. I love teaching people about this. This is so simple. Listen, if you guys listen to me, how could I stop? Math is never going to change. And it's the simplest math ever. It's the simple math in grade school. I get people coming to me, emailing me, sharing with me how I've changed their life. You guys, if this never has happened to you, to have a total stranger tell me how I've changed their life, that is the most rewarding feeling I've ever felt in my life. It's crazy. I didn't start this business thinking about that aspect of it, but I have people email me all the time, donate to me, putting in the notes, hey man, this is so, read my comments on my videos. You think people are just saying that just to be nice to me? No, it's affected their life. It's changed their life. And it's so simple. I love that, especially the younger generation. It's clicking with them because they're closer to grade school than the people my age. They're like, wait a minute. I had a client of mine. He has a son that's in the 6th grade. He watched one of my videos. You know what he said? This is what he told his father. Hey, Dad, I was watching LJ's video, and you know the math he's talking about? I learned that in the 2nd and 3rd grade, not the 5th grade. I was like, what? What? I love what I do. Naima, I'm not saying stocks are a no-go. If you're financially free, this is what I'm telling you. Naima, when you're financially free, you will now know how to pick the right person to invest in the stock market for you. I'm not saying not do it. I'm saying I'm teaching you how to pick the right person. You go to an investor. He looks like he knows what he's doing. The first thing you ask, let me see your personal credit report. If his credit report looks like your credit report, I would trust that investor because he knows the #1 rule. You must invest in yourself first before investing in anything outside yourself. If you go to an investor and he has student loans that are older than his children, he's already broke the number one rule. He's already broke it. Why would you keep a student loan? You go to college for 4 years, but you keep a student loan for 20? That doesn't make sense. CENTS. That's how you know. I am the person you come to before seeing the professionals. Fresh Prince, tell them. Tell them, Fresh Prince. Tell these guys, tell your generation what I did for you. Tell them what you did when you went to see the professional. Tell them. These are good questions, And I want you guys to understand every answer I give you, I'm justifying mathematically. So only listen to me mathematically. You start with you. All your money starts with you. LJ's the foundation set, right? And rolled millions. Do your research. It's all math. Just LJ just live. Exactly. Ethiopified. Welcome. Why do I just remember Julius from everybody? I don't know. I never watched that show. Thank you, Fresh Prince, man. You know, that Fresh Prince, he does his work, man. He does his due diligence, and just that video I saw, Fresh Prince, that was funny, man. Like I said, you guys, when it clicks with you guys, this is what I hear from every single person, every single client. When I tell them how it is and how it works, it's a long pause and then it's a laugh, a giggle, like, because it clicks. And be like, damn, it's just math. Ill Wills, welcome. Got in here, man. No SOWs today. I know you hear me, Ill Wills. I know you do. Hassan, welcome, man. Welcome. These are really good questions. I like these questions. Now, you're welcome, LT. 29, I'll be debt-free by 30, and we'll be able to live off of exactly. You know what, LT? When you become debt-free, you won't even look at those numbers. Hey, I'm gonna live off 50% above. It'll just be natural. Like right now, you guys, let me tell you something. Right now, I'm able to live off of $35,000 a year. Easy. I'm not trying. I want you guys to understand this. I'm not trying to live off of $35,000 a year. I just do. When you have no debt, it's easy. Life is not expensive when you have no debt. It's so easy. I don't pull up to a gas station and put $5 in. I pull up to the gas station, click the little handle underneath to its full, and hit a click. That's when I pull it out and I'm done. Sometimes I barely even look at how much I spent. Okay, I just go to Costco or something, look at the gas price, whatever, pull it up, put the click. All right, it's done. Cool. Grab my receipt and I'm out. Pain in the butt. Hassan, my friend, does Uber. He is debt-free and he's killing it, and he works when he wants. Exactly, Hassan, right? But people in debt, they probably think, oh, poor dude, he's an Uber driver, not realizing you're the one in debt, not him. He's free. He's rolling. The wonderful thing about being financially free, you work where you want to work, not work where you have to work. That's the lovely part about it. And the one thing that employers don't realize, if they hire somebody that is debt-free, that wants to work for them, they're going to get top performance out of that employee. Top, because they want to be there. Nice, sir. I have land, and if I can't save up enough to build a home, I'll just buy a trailer. And exactly. Buy a trailer because one day you will have money to put a house on there. That's all you do. The only person you're impressing is yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about impressing nobody, especially people in the debt matrix. Oh man, he's got a trailer. You don't care what they're saying. Don't care what they're saying. Detoxing from the I like that. Detoxing from the blue pill. Cool. Is it better to pay off your FHA mortgage early or convert to a conventional? It counts on how deep you're into the FHA right now, right? If you're close to the end, I guess. But if you're not, refinance it out of that conventional, okay? All you got to do is walk into the bank and say, hey, I want a top rate conventional mortgage. I want to refinance out of this FHA into the conventional 15-year fix, right? They're going to say, oh, you do? Okay, here's the requirements. They're going to give you a list of requirements. You look at the requirements. If you don't meet the requirements, you don't come back until you do. That's it. Nothing else. You don't need to know nothing else. Or if they try to push you somewhere else, they're going to give you the list and see if you accept that. If you don't accept that, they're going to start saying things like, hey, what about if you refinance into a different FHA with a lower mortgage, with a lower interest rate, blah, 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 blah. That's debt talk. Okay. That's just debt talk. Not even just because a person works at a bank, don't think they know about money. Okay. Just because a person works at a bank doesn't mean they know money. I know plenty of people. Not plenty of people, a few people that work at a bank, they're making car payments. Okay. That means they don't know about money if they're making car payments. Okay. Hassan, and he loves his job as well. You see what I'm saying, Hassan? And can't you see it? You probably can see that your friend loves his job, loves it, because he's not there because they have to be. He's there because they want to be. Ill Wills, I want to be a Walmart greeter, screw technology. Hey, you know what, Ill Wills? I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to show you guys, I want to show you guys what it's like to be in the working field as a debt-free person. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Ill Wills. The thought of that gives me hives. I get this feeling over me being trapped in a building, reading white papers, fixing. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. The money's good, but ooh, it's just I wake up, live, breathe. I love reading you guys' emails, text messages of what I've done, the comments, man. I love that. I never get enough of it, man. Man, I have awesome talks. Like I have different packages, right, that I sell. My middle package not only includes your finances, but it includes a 1-hour call the following month, right? Because believe it or not, you're going to go through some emotions. You're going to have some questions. And then once we get on that phone, because the person that's talking to me, they know I'm the only person that they could talk to about what they're going through, because the people in the debt matrix will not even understand what they're saying and why. Why are you upset about that? What you mean? You know, they just don't get it. I'm pretty much the only person, and other people in this room understand. Fresh Prince, almost everything you heard about your finances is a lie. Exactly. Matter of fact, society on a whole has lied to you. Check it out, Fresh Prince. It's not a lie. Okay, it's not a lie. It's a choice. Okay, it's a choice. People are choosing to stay in the debt matrix. They're choosing because Fresh Prince, all they got to do is open up the calculator app on their phone. You don't even need to know math. You can just Google answers. This is what I teach you. This is what I teach you. You don't even have to know math. Everybody has a calculator app. Everybody can throw numbers inside of Google, and Google will answer for you. But people are choosing not to. They just don't know. And this, Fresh Prince, because you're going to run into this, okay? This is going to keep you humble when you hear people speaking debt to you. You just got to be like, oh, they're talking like that because they don't know. Because if they knew, they wouldn't talk to you like that. They wouldn't think they got a great deal on a finance car. You see what I'm saying? Like, check it out. Check it out. Listen to this, you guys. Have you ever come across somebody that bought us, say like this, we're in 2019. Have you came across somebody that bought a 2020 in 2019? And they think, whoo, look at me. Yeah, I'm rolling the brand new 2020. And they financed it. Now, what they don't see is like they're happy. They're rolling around in a car that hardly nobody has, right? And they financed it. They're putting on miles on the car in 2019 when it's a 2020. So they're adding miles on to where the car hasn't actually come to date. So they're adding, so say like they bought it in July of 2019 or 2020 and 2000. Now they're probably going to add about 20,000 miles on a 2020 and 2019. And when they go to sell, that car is going to be over its mileage. See what I'm saying? Now, when you go to sell, you can't go to the person that you're selling it to. Oh man, I know this car has it's over the normal mileage, but it's because I bought it in 2019. The buyer's going to say, I don't care when you bought it. It's worth this because you got over mileage. See what I'm saying? They're putting themselves upside down even further, not only because they financed the car, but they financed a car in 2019 when it's a 2020. Are you crazy? That is financial suicide. How many of you have come across a person that has done that? Bought a 2020 and 2019 and thought they were just doing it. They don't know what they're doing. They're in the debt matrix. They only speak debt. See what I'm saying? If you are in debt, let me tell you something, you guys, okay? If you're in debt right now, you only speak debt. Did you hear what I just said with that example? You can't see that. You can't hear it. You don't even know it. You don't even know what you're saying. When you come across a person with a brand new iPhone in their hand and they're using it, and you ask that person, hey, did you pay cash for that phone? And they tell you no, then you got to look at them and say, how in the hell do you have that phone in your hand if you didn't pay for it? I mean, you can't say that to them. They don't know that they finance a depreciating object. They actually paid more for that phone than what it's worth. That phone is not even worth the price tag you see on it when you go to Apple. It's not even worth that price. Apple just made up the price. They said, okay, that phone is $1,500. You believe that Apple made that phone for $1,500 in whatever country it's coming from? No, they probably made it for $100, maybe. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, Naima. Hit those likes, people. I got a donation link under each and every video. I know debt is sensitive and personal and all that, but you can trust me. I ain't out to scam you. And when I teach you, you're learning too. I'm doing the work for you, but I'm also showing you. So you'll never go back ever, 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 ever. Any other questions? I will answer any and all questions. Any and all questions. Any other questions? Now, if you're coming into my channel, right, and you disagree with what I'm saying, I welcome you too. As long as you can disagree with me respectfully, hey, put your question in there and say, hey, Linnell, LJ, I don't believe this and that, or that's wrong, or whatever. But if you say it, you got to show me that why you believe. You can't just walk in and say, hey, you're wrong, because that's how I feel. You know, and if you say that, I'm saying, well, that's your feelings are irrelevant to math. Math doesn't care about how anybody feels. Okay. Any other questions? Leroy, good question. The answer is no. Don't ever do it. VA loans are one loans that you can finance the whole house. The whole house. That's only attractive to people who are in debt. Okay. I know, you see the VA, it makes it sound like it's special, for veterans. It just makes it sound like it's so special. That's doing veterans wrong. That's a subprime mortgage. No, don't ever do that. Nope. Don't do it. Anything that will finance the whole thing should be an indication that you should not do it. You should think to yourself, why would I need 100% finance loan? Because I have no money. See what I'm saying? Don't ever do that. Anything, check it out, Leroy. Look at it this way. Anything but the best mortgage on the market is considered subprime. Unless you can afford or get approved for the best mortgage on the market, you're not ready to buy a house. Period. LT, in your consultation, do you look at budgets and evaluate what are. Okay, so the first package, LT, I just look at your credit reports, all three. I go through all three, identify stuff, and create a plan. The second one does what you're asking. I have a second package that does that. I go through your credit report, and then I go through your budgets outside the credit report. I identify things that you may or may not have known. I answer all the questions. Plus, you get an hour phone call the following month with me because you're gonna have questions. You're gonna go through some emotional stuff too during this, because you're going to start realizing a lot of things. You're going to go through some things like, oh my God, I can't believe I spent some money on this and I did that. Oh, I did that. Oh my God, I did, but I'm the only person you can really talk to about it because I understand. So the second package does what you're asking, LT. I go through all your budgets. I identify all the things that you might be wasting money on, because if I identify those things and save you money on those things, that's more money that you can put towards your debt and get you out of debt even faster. See what I'm saying? So I have three of them. Okay. I have three, but the highest one is for like serious people. Okay. Serious people. Okay. The middle one's serious too. Don't get me wrong. The middle one's serious too. The smallest one is for people that are just getting their feet wet and they just want, hey man, my stuff is all over the place. I just need it organized. And that's just based on the credit reports only. Okay. All right. Hassan, I put down 10%. Anything less than 20%, Hassan, it's wrong. If you only put down 10%, 20% or more to put down on a house, if that's what you're referring to, by the way. LA Divine, I saw a real estate agent yesterday about a house, and he keeps pushing having credit on me because I have none. What kind of a real estate agent? Okay. You don't have to have credit to buy a house. That's a myth. They can do what's called manual underwriting. Few banks do this, but as long as they see that you are debt free and you have money in the bank, they can do a manual underwrite. Not many people know that, nor know to ask that question. So you don't need credit to buy a house. That is a myth. That is a lie. Okay. Manual underwriting. Fresh Prince, I'm just waiting for you to get 1,000 subscribers so I can super chat. Hey, you know what, Fresh Prince? I was looking at that today or last night, right? Not only, no, that's wrong. I'm thinking something different. No, you're right. 1,000 subscribers for super chat. That's right. And make it rain like Solo's channel. And coaching you gave me was too cheap. What? Hey, Fresh Prince. And I want you guys to see what he just said there, okay? Because I've been saying this for a while, okay? You see what he said? It's too cheap, right? When you learn what I teach you, you're going to look at my price and say, Linnell, had I known this, LJ, had I known this, I'd have paid you 10 times your price. Because you're going to keep growing. Money's going to keep coming because you're going to be able to identify. I set the foundation for you. You'll be able to identify fakers. I don't care what business you're in. You're going to be able to identify all the fakers. They're not even going to know how you're doing it either. They're not even going to know. Mark, can you get into the third package? Explain. Okay, the third package is basically the first one and the second one, but it also includes an hour phone call for a year. Okay? Because there's so much. If you've been, check it out. If you've been in the debt matrix for the last 20, 30, 40 years of your life, you're not just going to know everything. Okay, what's the best way I can describe this? You're not going to, because it's going to keep continuing. Things financially going to keep coming to you randomly. That's because things still come to me today. And I've been financially free 6 going on 7 years. Things still pop up out the blue. I'd be like, I did not see that. So if you do this instead of that, I can save thousands of dollars. If I just take this way instead of that way, yes, they still come. And so when people experience these things, they can get on the phone with me. Hey, LJ, I saw this and that. What do I do? You just do this. I help you jump over the hurdles. I help you skip wondering why, what is. I'll be like, this is it. You do this, and this is why. And everything I show you, I'll say, this is why. Punch in these numbers, do that, and then you can see the numbers, and then it just clicks. See what I'm saying? That's how it works. Does that make sense, Mark? Or is that a good enough explanation? If not, just say, hey, I still don't understand or whatever. That's cool. I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. Nicer. Anytime I see someone talking about using Credit Karma, I'm going to refer them to your channel. Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Credit Karma it's a good tool. Don't get me wrong, Nicer. Credit Karma is a good tool. It gives me the information I need to help somebody, but other than that, Credit Karma, people don't understand why Credit Karma is free, because once you get in there, they start offering credit cards and loans and all this other stuff. I don't pay attention to any of that. I'm out of the debt matrix. So I'm not trying to get back into debt, whatever they offer, but their service is easy. I can get to what I need and I'm done. Mark, I'll get to you later about, okay, cool, man. Send me an email if you want to, but it's like I said, Mark, it's basically, it includes the hour of my time each and every month, right? It's because you're going to have questions. It's like with the second package, you get 1 hour the next month, right? But then I promise you, Mark, you're going to continue to have questions throughout your debt-free phase. You're going to have questions as you're becoming debt-free. And then once you reach zero, you're going to see this whole new financial world. You're going to be like, oh, it's like, holy crap. I did not see that. And then you're not going to have nobody to talk to. That's where the hour phone call comes in. And I say, after about a year, you won't even need me. Probably before a year, you probably be like, okay, I'm winged off of LJ. All right. I got my own bottle. I can go now. I can go. But again, just like Fresh Prince said, you see my fee, you would have paid 10 times my price. I promise you, because you're going to make 10 times the money. This is for life. What I teach, you're never going to ever go back. You're never going to go back ever. You're never going to go back ever. You're going to teach your children this. This is generational. You're going to be like, hey, check it out. You want to be rich? First of all, it's not a secret. Okay. First of all, it's not a secret. Calling it a secret is what made it a secret. I don't know who did that, but that's a lie. Okay. Second, if you never finance anything that depreciates ever in your life, you'll be rich. It's that simple. Okay. What else do I do, Dad? Okay. Check it out. You see credit card debts in the trillions? Yeah. Don't get credit cards. Do everything the opposite. You see the car loan debts in the trillions? Yeah. Never finance a car ever. You'll be rich. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you guys, I'm not some financial guru. I'm not special. I'm not special. I know what I'm saying. Like, ooh, it's because you're new to the debt-free language. Once you get over here and you become debt-free, you're going to be like, Linnell's only talking grade school math the whole time. It's not even hard. No, it's not even hard. Not hard. This is how I know. This is how I knew this is what I was going to do. Because I would say things like that. I would say it to my friends. Hey, man, you know you're not a homeowner if you have a mortgage. What the hell are you talking about, Linnell? Yes, I am. I want to go. I go, well, why are you mad at me? Is my math right? Yeah, your math is right, but you're not right. That's how I knew I was onto something. I remember I was working with a guy. He had his own business, right? But he had I saw that he had student loans on his credit report for years. I said, hey man, you should probably pay those off. Oh man, F those student loans, man. They ain't getting none of that money. I got kids to feed. They start doing this stuff like this. I got kids to feed and this and that and this and that. I was like, why are you mad? I don't get why are you getting angry? Well, why are you getting angry? Well, I mean, if you don't pay those student loans off, you'll be a slave until you're dead. You guys don't realize how many professionals, how many people out here giving people financial advice while they're having student loans for 20 years. I see that all the time. All the time. Hundreds of thousands of dollars from student loan debt. From the outside, you can't tell that they have over $100,000 in student loan debt. From the outside, you couldn't tell. There's no way you could tell. They're driving Range Rovers, nice big house, nice clothes, all that, right? But they're in debt. And they're giving other people financial advice, what they should do. I unfollow those people so fast. I'd be like, man, you guys are just giving out the blind leading the blind. It's horrible to see. It's horrible to watch. They got student loans. They're making car payments. I'm like, and you're giving financial advice because they're fooling people in the debt matrix, because people in the debt matrix don't even realize that, I mean, it doesn't click. Like when they go to a business, the business always asks to see their credit report, right? But when a person sees another person, they don't naturally know to ask to see that person's credit report because they don't treat their own personal finances like a business. See what I'm saying? Anybody that comes to me and suggests, hey, man, get an FHA loan and then you can flip and quadruple your profits and do this and then get the equity and then flip another house. No, let me see your personal credit report first and then I'll believe you. Everything else is just jibber jabber to me. Oh, what you mean, LJ? What do I mean? What do you mean? Let's trade credit reports. I'll let you see mine if you let me see yours. Actually, I post mine. I post mine in the open every single month so people understand what I'm talking about. Detoxing from the blue pill. Thank you for answering my question earlier, brother. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for asking. Nicer. I keep hearing that, Nicer. I keep hearing that. Okay. But this is my dilemma, Nicer. Check it out. My book would only be for people that realize something is wrong. But how, like, okay, I'm gonna use myself as an example, okay? Before I came debt free, I didn't know I was in debt. I thought debt was just a normal part of life. When you're in a debt matrix, people in the debt matrix will make you believe that debt is just part of life. Hey, everybody has car notes, everybody has credit cards, but not realizing as soon as you hear the word everybody, they're talking about everybody in the United States, and that's not true. That's not true. But you don't hear the word everybody when you're in a debt matrix, so you grow up believing that everybody does have these debts. Naima, I will. I think I will. I got to get with a person that knows how to do it because I have no idea how to write a book. Not a clue. Not a clue. But I will. I got to get with a book writer or somebody to steer me in the right direction. But what I'm saying is this. I didn't know I was in debt. So I remember one day, I always tell this story because I can't explain it to you guys. Okay, it's very difficult to explain. I remember I got off work. I was in my finance Lexus, sitting outside the gym because I used to always go to the gym after work. And I remember sitting there and saying to myself, so this is what I do until age 65. I work at this job, get up, go to work, go home, get up, go to work, go to the gym, go home, get up, go to work, go home. And I do that and go to the same, go to the same place for the next 20, 10, 20, 30 years, walking into the same building. And then turn 65 and then I retire and enjoy life. I said, this can't be true. This can't be true. But I didn't know what to do. You know, my natural thought was, okay, I got to keep getting in corporate America, keep climbing the ladder so I can earn more money. Should I go back to college so I can get a higher degree? Go deeper in debt to earn more money. It doesn't even make any financial sense. Go deeper in debt to earn more money so I can take that same money and pay back it doesn't make any sense, right? But I couldn't put my finger on it. And I remember going home and I opened up my browser in Google. I was just typing in debt, money, save money. I didn't know what to type. And then I came across Dave Ramsey. And here's this white dude from Tennessee that preaches, you know, he's into God and all this other stuff. But I didn't listen to that part, right? I was just listening to the money part and all basically summarizing what he said. Hey, apply math to your finances and you'll win with money. Now, here I am, the smart guru, six-figure engineer that knows how to connect virtual machines globally across the freaking world. But I didn't know to use math, fifth grade math on my finances. I knew I was on to something when I listened. And once I listened to him, this is how the birth of this came. And I started out with Debt Ain't My Daddy, right? Now, I'm slowly switching over to Savings Minus Debt because people were looking at Debt Ain't My Daddy. Oh, debt ain't my daddy either. I got a car. Look at my house. I got money in stocks and all this. It was too controversial. Savings minus debt is undeniable. Somebody that disagrees with savings minus debt, they're disagreeing with math. You're disagreeing with math in front of hundreds of people? I don't believe 1+1 = 2. I don't believe that. If you're a financial advisor and you say that out in the open, the people in the debt matrix are going to go, what? I promise you, check it out. If they disagree with what I'm saying, if they disagree with my formula, savings minus debt, that's going to be an indication for the people that are lost in the debt matrix to pay attention to this so-called advisor. What do you mean 1+1 doesn't equal 2? Yes, it does. Why are you saying it doesn't? Then they're going to think something's wrong with this dude. Yes, he's in the debt matrix with you. He just knows a few more words than you do. That's it. Can you negotiate a low Chiz players? Can you negotiate a lower settlement and have them remove that you were in collections? No, you can't remove collections because things on your credit report stay at like 7 years or something. But you can negotiate a lower price, right? And this is what you do once you're financially free, right? Like for example, if I was creating a plan for you, collections are last on the list to be paid. Okay. When all your other debts paid, you will have the money to take care of those collections. Collections are sold from the main person you got the loan from to collections agencies, right? And so they bought it for pennies on the dollar. So say like you owed a $500 collection, right? You call them up. You do the opposite of what the people in the debt matrix do. They run from collection people. When you're debt free, you're not running from them. You want to collect. So you say, hey, collection person, I have $200 cash. Do you want it? They're going to say, no, we want the full amount. You just let them do their talking. And you say, so you're saying no, because if you don't take it, I'm going to move to the next person on my list that does want it. Do you want it? Oh, no, we're going to keep calling you back and we're going to try to. That's fine. I said, I'm not going to avoid you. Do you want my phone number? Here's my phone number. Write it down. Okay, if I don't want to talk to you, I'm just going to hit ignore, but I'm not running from you guys. And then maybe I'll pick up the following week to see if you change your mind. If you haven't changed your mind by next week, I'm going to move on to the next collector on my list. And then they're going to take it. See how I did it? That's what they're going to do. Nicer. Tyrese made a vid a while back breaking down the process he used writing his book. Oh, okay. I'll look for it and drop. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nicer. Okay, cool. Thank you. Nicer. Yeah, I started looking at my money differently after reading Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. Exactly. You know what, Nicer, I took it this way. When I learned from Dave Ramsey, right, took what I learned from him, and I thought to myself, I can simplify it even more than what he does. And I knew I could take it down to grade school math, right? And once you learn what I teach, and then you go back to listen to Dave Ramsey, I guarantee you will understand him even more than before. You will also understand Chris Hogan. Okay, he's a person on Dave Ramsey, or Dave Ramsey promotes Chris Hogan. You'll understand everything he's saying. It'll be so clear to what Dave Ramsey's saying. You'll be like, oh my God, I couldn't hear that before. Now you will be able to. All around strong. Yeah, the 7 baby steps which Ramsey created, though I have my own plan of eliminating debt, open my eyes to reality of zero. Exactly, all around. Exactly. Nicole Smith. So my boyfriend is guiding me into debt, getting an FHA mortgage and financial loans. Good thing I haven't done it yet. Just too crazy. Nicole. I'm sorry to hear that, because that's going to be a problem. Because let me tell you something. I'm trying to figure out a way to help couples when one person realizes debt is a bad thing and the other person does it, because I promise you that's going to be a big, big problem. The woman I'm with right now, Nicole, now I was debt free before I met her. We've been together for about 3 years now, I think. When I met her, the first thing I asked was to see her credit report. She thought I was joking. I was like, hey, what's up? Because we started clicking and you could see it starting to go somewhere. I was like, hey, before even sex, because I didn't want her thinking that I just wanted to hit it and quit it. Before I said, hey, can I see your personal credit report? She was like, you're so funny. I was like, why are you laughing? I want to see your credit report. This is not a joke. I'm not going to be with anybody that's deep in debt and don't care about getting out of debt and don't mind living in debt. It'll be a complete waste of time. The relationship we can be friends because it's not going to go anywhere. Financial freedom. I'm not compromising nothing for nobody. FHA mortgage, you better not do that. You better not do that. The best way to buy a house, I'm gonna tell you, Nicole, you walk into the bank, the biggest bank in your city, and you say, hey, I want the best top rate mortgage on the market. What do you guys have? The bank is going to give you a set of, they're going to say it's this one, and here's the requirements. You take that list of requirements, Nicole, and you look down the list. If you don't meet those requirements, you leave the bank and you don't come back until you do meet the requirements, period. That's it. And this is before you even go see the bank, before you even go to the bank, Nicole, this is what you use. You use my master mathematical formula. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house. If that number is in the negative, you are not ready to buy a house. You have no money. Trust your math. Trust your math. Trust your calculator. Trust Google. Check it out, Nicole. This is what I want you to do. This is I want to show you how unique my master mathematical formula is. I want you to open up your Google browser. I want you to put in hashtag savings minus debt, all one word, okay? All one word, savings minus debt. See who pops up. Out of the billions of people on earth, I'm going to be the only one to pop up. And I want you to ask yourself, why is that? Why is he the only one that pops up? That's how rare this is. So, Nicole, I wish you good luck. But between you and your boyfriend, good luck. Fresh Prince, don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, thank you. Hit that like button. You're welcome, Nicole. You're welcome. LA Divine, Erica from O'Shea's channel says, if you're not making six figures, you're working poor. Also, why do these entrepreneurs on YouTube always say I have a vague story about how they made their money? You know what? See what I'm saying? LA Divine, that's not true. That's not true. It all counts on who you're speaking to. When I hear LA Divine, when I hear statements like that, the first question I'm going to ask the person that's making that statement, let me see your personal credit report. I spend about $35,000 a year to live, LA Divine, and I'm not restricting myself. I'm not living like a bum. I'm not, that's just how much it costs. When you're out of debt, life is not expensive. I'm not tracking coupons. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing any of that. See what I'm saying? Life is not expensive. It only seems that way when you're in debt. So when I hear statements like that, LA Divine, I want to see that person's personal credit report. Let me see it. Because LA Divine, all you got to do, go to Facebook, Debt Ain't My Daddy, okay? Go look at my entire credit report, not my credit score, my entire credit report. Go look at it. And then I want you to ask yourself, how come nobody else does what LJ's doing, posting their entire credit report? Matter of fact, if you see that person, Erica, ask her, hey, can I see your whole entire personal credit report? Can I see it? Oh, nobody does that. Yes, they do. LJ does it every month. He does it. How come you don't do it? That's all you got to say. I don't know who Erica is. I don't know. I'm not saying I know her finances. I'm just saying people like her. I don't believe anybody unless I see their personal credit report. Unless their personal credit report looks like mine, I have no idea if they know what they're even saying. They might be speaking debt. Not good. Okay, I'm broke, but just good. Exactly, Nicole. That's a lot of people, okay? High credit scores are not free. You must stay in debt to have a high credit score. The majority of people don't know that. ATL. Oh, no, talking to Nicole. Okay. Okay. Hyphy, whoever said this is misinformed. Exactly. You know what? They're speaking debt. They don't know they're speaking debt. They're in the debt matrix. All around strong. Yeah. You're the only person I see on the page with said Google. See what I'm saying? All around strong. And ask yourself, all around, ask yourself, how come that is? Something so simple as savings minus debt. How come that is? I just recently bought the domain, made the email. Out of billions of people on earth, I just came up with it and it's mine. That's how rare you will be once you become debt free. You will be free for the rest of your life. You will only work where you want to work. You won't care what anybody says in the debt matrix. You won't care what a person drives, how big their house is, what kind of watch they got on, if they're wearing red bottoms. You won't care about any of that stuff. Because you won't know how they bought it. It's like, oh, whatever. I don't know how they bought that house. I don't know how they bought those shoes, the car. I don't know. So it doesn't matter. If they're financing it, who cares? High fee. I spent a whole year on vacation in the Caribbean without making six figures, and I wasn't poor. Exactly. High fee. I haven't had a traditional job in 4 years. It took me a year of not having a traditional job to break the conditioning of the 40-hour work week. It took me a year to break it. Okay. I've been working 40-hour work weeks since I started working. I didn't wake up till age 40, 41. You can't just, that's a program conditioning. That's why I have different packages. I had the last package is the most expensive one because people need to talk to me at least an hour every month so they can have somebody to talk to about these things that they cannot talk to because the majority of people are in debt. So there's not many people to talk to. You can come in this room and talk to other people. I like the generation before me here is Fresh Prince. You can come in this room. If you're around his age, late 20s, early 30s, you're around that age, you can talk to him because he can relate to you. DTN, window cleaning, all those guys are in their late 20s, early 30s, whatever, right? You can relate better and they can say, hey, I know Linnell LJ is 50, but you can understand what he's saying because he's talking just basic math. You know, some people come in there in their 30s. Oh, he's older. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, he does. All around strong. Why do you say a high credit score is an indicator of debt? Because the majority, now I'm only talking about the majority all around. Like I have a high credit score, but I'm not in debt. But the majority of people with high credit scores are deep in debt because they have to keep making payments. This is what they believe. It's a belief. Okay. They believe they have to keep making payments in order to keep their credit score high. So they have to keep debt. They think they have to keep revolving credit to keep a high credit score. I know, excuse me. I know this because that's what I thought when I was in the debt matrix. I've always had a high credit score, but I was in debt up to my eyeballs. Now you see my credit score now. I don't have any debt. I just have one, and I only have one credit card. And you see my credit score. I have one credit card, and I pay it off in full every single month. That should show anybody what they've learned about keeping a high credit score is wrong. Because I'm proving everything I'm saying. High fee. I haven't had a job in 12 years. Wow. So I can relate to the pride one finds in making. Exactly. You know what? High fee. Check it out. Even making six figures is a program because they make it seem like, notice, I want you guys to pay close attention to the majority of these finance people. They always make it seem like if you make six figures, you have somehow made it. You are somebody, right? They always say that. They always go, hey, if you make six figures, you're this and that and this and that. Says who? They could be six figures. They could make six figures and be $400,000 in debt. And then when you say six figures, who are you comparing your salary to? To other people like you? Or are you comparing it to Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett? They're making billions. So how does six figures sound to people like that? That's nothing. That's pennies. You get outside the debt matrix, you get outside the 40-hour work week conditioning, you will soon see six figures is nothing. And when you get, and let me tell you guys this too, okay? So you guys know this. If you get out of debt, you will realize, once you're out of debt, you'll realize life is not expensive at all. And then once you're out of debt, you live on such little money, not even on purpose. It's just natural. Okay. You know that you don't even think about money. I don't even think about money anymore. I don't think about it. Money is never on my mind, ever, ever. I don't think about it. And then once you realize this, you will have time to open your own business, to live your dreams, to do whatever it is that you didn't believe you could do because it wouldn't bring in the money that you thought you needed to survive. Once you get out of debt, you'll realize it's not that expensive at all to live outside in the world. And then you'll be like, man, I can live my dream because I don't need to be out there working 40, 50, 60 hours a week to maintain my life. And then you will naturally gravitate to something you love doing. And then when you do something that you're passionate about, other people will see it. You see me making these videos? You guys clearly understand that this is my passion. I'm not even joking. Here we are, hour 35 minutes in. I swear to God, it feels like it's only been 10 minutes to me. 10 minutes. I look down at my phone. I'm getting donations. I'm getting emails as I'm speaking. People don't do that. People don't do things like that unless you connect with them. You don't come out starting your business going straight for making money. First, figure out your passion and the money will come. You don't chase the money, chase your passion and the money naturally comes. You see what I'm saying? People pay for value. Like you could have the best product in the world, but if they don't know you and trust you, they're not going to buy anything from you. Who are you? I'm not going to know. 6 figures, but don't understand how tax brackets work. I wish those people the best. Exactly. Hey, Hyphy, I was one of them. I had not a clue how tax brackets work. I thought they were for the rich. It didn't make any sense to me, blah, blah, blah. Today, I know exactly where I'm at because that's very important. Check it out, Hyphy, the people that don't understand tax brackets, they brag about being in a high tax bracket. Oh, yeah, I'm way at the top in the tax bracket. When you hear people brag about being in a high tax bracket, they don't understand money because that's not a good thing. I would never be proud to be in a high tax bracket. I would be constantly figuring out how I can lower myself in my tax bracket. I don't want to pay a lot of taxes. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. Let me say that again for you guys so you can understand. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. Any other questions? These are very good questions, you guys. Very good questions. Very good questions. I love it. Any other questions? Any other things or terms that you've heard out in the financial world that you didn't really get? I'll explain it to you clearly. Okay. Mark, with 401k, when the money is taken out, does that amount lower your taxes for just a year you invest? Wait, let me see. For just a year you invest in for, or does it roll over? No, it lowers your taxes for that year and that year only. Okay. So when you can afford to do that, Mark, it's like double dipping. Okay, that's the government saying they know you understand. It's like double dipping. You get to put away money in your retirement that's going to earn interest, and you get to take that same amount off of your annual income, which is going to be lower you in your tax bracket. That you're doing something that the majority of people cannot do is max out their 401k. You got to remember, people in the debt matrix, they believe if you say the term, hey, are you maxing out your 401k? People in debt matrix think you mean maxing out the 3% or 6% that the employers match, right? You're not talking about that. We're talking about the $19,000 that you can max out that the IRS gives. So when you ask somebody, are they maxing out their 401k? Make sure you are clear that they understand what you mean. Because when I talk about it, I'm saying $19,000. I'm not talking about the 3 or 6% match. I'm not talking about that. Cheers, players. Wouldn't a settlement on a collection account look negative on your credit report? Yeah, it's already there. It's already looking negative on your credit report. You can't do nothing about it, but pay it off. Paying it off in full will look better than what it already is. You put it there. You caused it to be there. Not you specifically. I'm just saying in general. The person who put it there, it's there. Okay. Now it looks bad if it's there and not being paid. Now, once you pay it and it's there, put it this way, Chiz players, once you get out of debt, you're really not going to care about the things you did in your past on your credit report. That's the best way I can put it. You're really not going to care because you're not going to be using credit really. The years are going to pass so fast. 7 years is going to come. You're going to look in there, and if it's still there, you can just get on there and say, "Hey, this thing's been there for over 7 years. Please remove it," and it's going to be gone. That's it. Don't even worry about that. Just get it to where it was, if somebody looks at your credit, it's paid. Yeah, it's a collection, but it's paid. Okay. Don't worry about the other parts. Nicer, dope live stream. I love business related. Hey, well, thank you for saying that, man. I love what I do. I love this. People that follow me, they know this ain't no game for me. I'm trying to help everybody feel financial freedom. Let me tell you guys something. There's nothing like financial freedom. The whole world is different for me. It's totally different for me. Totally different. Same concept, freshman. What's your 6 month insurance with your coverage since your car is paid off? What mine is $306 every 6 months. So you divide that by 6 and you tell me what it is monthly. But I pay $306. The reason why I know that because I just paid it. $306 every 6 months. That's how much that's how much my car insurance is. Okay. So divide that by 6 and you tell me what I'm paying per month. Snuggles, what is the meaning of tax evasion and what is the meaning of tax avoidance? Because the concept to me is okay. Thank you. Hey, Snuggles, let me tell you something, man. I really appreciate you saying that because in my mind, I'm thinking that everybody understands the difference. Okay. Tax evasion means I'm not paying taxes. I'm gonna not pay taxes on my paycheck. I'm not gonna pay taxes on when I did buy the car. I'm gonna figure out a way not to pay taxes. That's tax evasion. Tax avoidance is this. If you say, for example, you work and you're financially free, right? If you max out your 401k and put in $19,000 in your 401k, right? That same $19,000 you can take off your annual income. So by putting money in your 401k, you just avoided the taxes that you would have paid had you not put in money in your 401k. You just avoided taxes that the majority of the Americans always pay because they're in debt. They cannot afford to put $19,000 in their 401k, so they pay the highest in taxes. By you being debt free, being able to put money into your 401k, which drops your annual income, drops you in your tax bracket, you just avoided the taxes that the majority pay. That's tax avoidance. Okay. Thank you for asking that question. All around, do you plan on having sponsors to your channel? Yeah, I do. I don't even know how that works yet all around because I'm still trying to reach that 1,000. Once I get that 1,000, I'm gonna start getting into that and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna have sponsors because this I make sure, check it out all around. I make sure my channel is not isolated into a group, not too much cussing. I want it to be open for anybody to come in and say, I can play this out in an open room to a bunch of people in the stadium without worrying about cussing and racism and all this other stuff. I keep it neutral. I want everybody to understand debt is the colorblind slave master. It don't care what color you are, gay, straight, black, white. It don't care because all it sees is green, baby. Green. Yes, that alone was exactly, Chiz players. That's what I'm saying. But you must be debt free to be able to afford to pay the 6 months. You got to own your car because when you don't own your car, your insurance is dictated by the bank. The bank has to protect their investment, that depreciating object they sold you. So they, just in case you wreck out, they want to get paid. So they say, hey, if we give you the money, you're going to get full coverage insurance because that's what we said, slave. I mean, they don't say slave, but it's the same thing. Our carp. Can you avoid paying higher taxes by owning real estate? You sure can. Oh my God. I'm not even, that's a whole different level. I'm not going to really, people that are getting out of debt, they're really not even going to understand that. But this, if you want to do this, RCARP, this, all you got to do, Google this. Google this. How McDonald's doesn't pay taxes. Google that. McDonald's doesn't pay taxes. Go read about that and then you can figure out, okay? Mark, does tax exempt mean again? And exempt mean if you have done your taxes, is there an end of the year amount of tax? I wouldn't play with tax exempt. Okay, don't you mean that you talking about that checkbox on your that you can on your W-4 that you can check? Don't ever do that. Okay, especially if you're not in if you're in debt, don't ever check that box. You don't understand what that means. I would never do it. I would never play with it. I already know what to do, not to have to worry about checking that box. Okay, I know how to zero out my taxes, meaning that I know how to make my taxes so low to where either I'm gonna probably pay $500 or they're gonna owe me $500. Okay, but other than that, I don't play with none of that. I mean, I haven't know the details about doing that. I'm sure there's a reason, but do I know it? No, I don't know it yet. And if I don't know it, I'm not gonna play with it. All right, cheers, players. Keep going on. Keep going on Shay and Solo and other people with dedicated following. Yeah, you're right, chess players, man. I appreciate. You know what, Solo and one because each time I get on the show, guess what? I get at least 150 to 200 new subscribers each time. Each time I do, they probably do say they probably. Hey, chess players, I guarantee you they do say. Check it out, chess players. Check it out. If I was a bank and somebody was trying to get a car, and they were willing to sit in the car lot place for 8 hours to get approved for one car, they're a slave to me. They'll take anything I give them. They're just waiting for the word approved. To wait in a car lot for 8 hours to see if you're going to get approved for a car. People prepare themselves to sit on a car lot all day to get a car. You have no idea what that says about you financially. First of all, there is no way in hell I'd step on a car lot to buy a car. That's number one. No way in hell I'd ever finance a car. That's number two. I damn sure wouldn't be sitting on a car lot for 8 hours to see if I'm going to get approved for a car. No, sir. Not doing none of that. Only people in the debt matrix do that. Yeah, I saw the movie, Chiz Players. Yeah, I saw the movie The Founder. You realize McDonald's is more real estate company than the restaurant company. Exactly. They have both. So if you can do the same if you work a regular job and you own a rental property, you can do the same as McDonald's and not pay taxes from your regular job. You could cancel out the taxes that you pay into your regular job that are automatically taken out of your check. If you own a rental property, you can do exactly like McDonald's and not even pay taxes legally from your regular job. But you must be financially free to even see that. You can't be in debt to even, you can't, it's mathematically impossible for you to do it if you're in debt. You can't do it. So don't even worry about it if you're not in debt. I mean, if you're in debt. Yeah, you're welcome, Mark. Nicer. I paid $42 a month for car insurance, but that was back in 2001. I haven't drove in years. I'm good with the monthly bus pass. That's transit system. Hey, Nicer. You're saving more money than me then. You're not paying for gas. Whatever works for you. And if somebody came across and told me that, I wouldn't know exactly why they're doing it, Nicer. I wouldn't think that person's broke, because if you say something like that, Nicer, to the people in the debt matrix, they're gonna think you're broke. You must got bad credit. Something must be wrong because you're catching the bus. That's debt matrix speak. They're speaking debt. That's why they don't understand. You're speaking debt free. They're speaking debt. So ignore them. You're welcome all around. Hyphy, most people don't know, but we can deduct taxes from super chats. That's tax avoidance. And you better believe, Hyphy, I'm going into that. Check it out. But check it out, Hyphy. The majority of people, I guarantee you this, I don't know this for a fact, okay, Hyphy, but I guarantee you the majority of people that are getting super chat, I guarantee you they're not even claiming that super chat money. Guaranteed. Guaranteed they're not even claiming that money. Guaranteed. And that's the wrong thing to do. That's just greed. Check it out, Hyphy. That's free money. People are giving the person. They're giving them this money, and they still don't want to pay taxes on it. That's just greed. And then that's when the auditor comes knocking on your door. Knock, 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 knock. They let them dig themselves in. They might go 2 or 3 years, okay? Because you got to remember, people in the debt matrix, if they don't get caught 1 year, they're going to think they're getting away with it. And then they're going to start getting comfortable with it, right? They're going 2, 3 years, 4 years. And then here comes that knock. Hey, yeah, what's up? Yeah, hey, we noticed you've been doing that super chat and you've been getting X amount of dollars per year. You've been claiming that. They already know the answer when they come knocking on your door. Okay, they already know the answer. They're just gonna see if you lie about it. Okay, but they're gonna know you haven't paid and say, guess what? You owe us this much plus penalties and fees. They're gonna get more than what they earned from the super chat. Most people don't know, but we can. Oh yeah, I already did it. Nicer. Ray Kroc has said himself. McDonald's is exactly real estate. They combine the both, business and real estate. Erica, what car insurance? I go through what is that? It's Costco's insurance. Oh God, what's the name of that? Costco offered the insurance. Primaris. I got to look at it. I can't remember, but it's through Costco. Okay, it was through Costco from their website. Ameriprise. Okay, Ameriprise, Erica. I go through Ameriprise. Do I do my own taxes? Right now, I do, Chiz Players. I do because I'm small, and I know where all my money is. I know what I'm doing. I like when I get money from the business, like from people that do consultation, it goes into a certain account. Okay, I don't commingle funds. So if anything happens or audited, they just say, hey, where's all the money that you earned? It's right there. It's right here in one place. Okay. But I keep track of that. I keep everything separate. I don't commingle funds. I don't do that. I put it in one place. Once, like, for example, I'm going to sign up for CashApp because people keep asking me, do I have CashApp? And I don't. I'm going to sign up for CashApp. When money comes in from CashApp, it's going to be here. I'm not going to be moving funds from this place into my regular account. And then the tax man comes and starts knocking on my door. Well, I'm always do my taxes right. So they're never going to be coming knocking on my door. But I'm going to make sure everything's right. I'm never going to be greedy. I'm not going to be greedy at money that people are giving me. And I'm going to be greedy with it. I'm not doing that. No, sir. Not doing none of that. I am going to sign up for CashApp, Nicole. I am going to do that for sure. Cosmic wisdom. Yep, IRS likes to let you get deep in trouble for a few. Exactly, because they know cosmic wisdom. People in debt have a pattern. Okay, they start to get away with things, and this is what happens. They get away with it for a year. The IRS man doesn't knock on their door because they just haven't got to them yet, right? And then the person starts to become comfortable with the money they're making without paying taxes. So they start financing more things. So now they have adjusted themselves to having money they're not paying taxes on. So now they're really deep in, and then they come knocking on the door. And they come and say, hey, pay these taxes or you're going to prison. Now they have no choice but to reduce their lifestyle, period, sell things. And then that's where you come in. For example, when you're looking for a car, I get it from somebody in tax trouble, finance trouble, because they have to sell this car. They have to sell this furniture. And they're selling it for pennies on the dollar. Why? Because they're in financial trouble. They're going to go to prison. So they're going to sell it for half the price. See what I'm saying? So when you're financially free, you don't hardly have to spend the money. You have to, because the next house, somebody asked me, what type of house am I going to buy? When I go to buy a house, I'm going to buy a tax liened house or foreclosed house. I'm going to buy my next car from somebody in tax trouble, credit trouble for half the price. You see, life is not expensive at all when you're financially free. Blue book value of anything no longer matters to me because I'm not buying anything at blue book value because I don't have to. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? This is why life is so cheap over on this side. Life is not expensive. That's why it's not hard to live off of $35,000 a year. And I'm not even trying to do it. I'm not budgeting. I'm not clipping coupons. I'm not doing none of that stupid nonsense. It's not stupid nonsense. It might be fun for some people. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I just don't do it. I pay $20 a month for my service on my Note 8 through AT&T, $20 a month. I pay it by the year, $240 a year. Okay. I don't see a bill until next year. I'll get a text from my phone company and say, hey, you want us to charge another $240 for the next year? I just so click yes. All right. See you next year. Those are the houses I want from my rental properties, foreclosures, tax. Exactly. That's the only way to buy. That's the only way to buy. But you only can do that once you're financially free. Now, once you're financially free. Now, when I talk about, let me make sure I'm straight with you guys so you guys can understand. I'm against loans personally. The business side, of course, get loans. Loans work, but once you manage your money personally, financially free, you're going to naturally carry those same habits over to the business side. You're going to naturally carry them. So when you go get a loan on the business side, you're not going to accept anything less than the best loan on the market. You're not going to, because you have that choice. You'd be like, hey, I want a loan for a house I'm trying to buy under my business. What kind of loan? I want the best loan on the market, period. You're not walking in hoping that you're going to be approved. You're going to be approved. You're just looking for the best rate on the market. That's all. That's nothing more than that. You're not walking in, crossing your fingers, hope you get it, blah, blah, blah. Those days are done. High fee. And that's why we need people in the debt matrix. Those people feel like those people make life. Exactly. They're part of the system, Hyphy. We need people. It's sad. It's unfortunate. But we need people to live in the debt matrix in order for us to remain financially free, for us to live life the way we live. They are a very important piece of the puzzle. I was part of the system, the wrong side of the system. I was on the wrong side of the system. Now I'm on the right side of the system. The system's lovely. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful masterpiece of art. Detoxing from the blue pill. Would you explain how you pay $240 a year for cell phone service and what kind of service? Here, I'm better than that. I'll give you this. All right. Detoxing. Red Pocket. I think it's redpocket.com. Let me see. Or Red Pocket Mobile. I can't remember which one it is. Let me see. One second. Okay, yeah, it's redpocket.com. Just go there, check it out yourself. Redpocket.com. Go check it out. That's who I got my phone. That's who I had my phone service through. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like that like button. Please don't forget that my channel is the safe zone. Like, you see what Snuggles, he asked that question between tax evasion and tax avoidance. I've been in the game so long, I interchange these words and I don't realize people don't know the difference between the two, okay? And that's important. Sometimes I forget, okay? And people mix those words and say them together and they're not the same. When it comes to money, when it comes to your finances, make sure you define each word you use when it comes to money. Define it. Because words mean so many different things to different people. It counts on which one you get, Erica. You can use, if you need unlimited data, because I don't need unlimited data, okay? If I was you, I would go to this one, Erica, for you, if you want unlimited data. Go to them. Okay. I would try them, Erica. And see, Erica, if I was you, I would find out if you actually need unlimited data. If you do or do not. You know, some people just say, oh, I need unlimited data because and they don't really even know how much data they use. If you don't even know how much data you use, people say that all the time. When they say that to me, Erica, they go, hey, I need unlimited data. I go, how much data do you use a month? Oh, I don't know. Then why are you saying that? Doesn't mean anything. It just sounds good, right? Alcoholic hair. Where do you find these people in trouble? I just listen to them. I just listen to them talk. You go to Facebook. You hear people talk about how broke they are all the time. Go to Facebook and listen to people talk how broke they are all the time. People love talking about how broke they are. Just go to Facebook, go to Instagram. People love talking about how broke they are. I'm broker than you. Oh man, life is hard. This and that. They always talk about how broke they are. That's how you find them. That's it. And then when you're going to buy a car, somebody's selling a car for a reason. They could be in tax trouble, marriage breakup, whatever. It's one of those. If 85% of the US are in trouble, I have an 85% chance that I'm gonna get the car for half price. Nicer. I use Virgin Mobile. It's $40 a month, and I paid $100 for my phone, and I had it for 3 years. Yep. And the one thing about the services that I'm showing you guys, you get to pick your provider. You get to, whatever provider works best in your area, you get to choose that provider. So if AT&T works better in your area, you get an AT&T SIM from the provider. That's it. But how much are you paying? Oh no, you just said that. Okay, nicer. I think Virgin Mobile is I believe they are Sprint towers, right? See what I'm saying, Snuggles? You never realize it. And that's the thing. You must always focus in on something. If you don't know how much you're paying on something, stop it. That's an indicator that you need to look at that area, period. Talk, text, data. Yep. That's awesome. Just Players, what internet company do you use? I just used for home internet, I'm assuming. I just got HTC Fios. So I got 100 up, 100 down, 100 megabytes, 100 megabits up and 100 megabits down. Okay, I pay $49 a month, I believe. Yeah, 49. But I did it for the year, $49 a month for a year. High fee. They are everywhere. Hence, states need to. The majority of people are in debt. So people in debt are everywhere. So I just listen to I just listen to a person the way they speak. Hey, I'm in trouble. Man, this car note is killing me. Or they say, because people say these things out loud. Okay, they don't know they're saying it. Oh man, these collection companies they're just blowing up my phone. You're in debt trouble if you got collectors calling you. You're in trouble. And people say these things out loud. Man, these collectors just won't stop calling me, man. I got to change my number, bloggity blah, whatever. Okay, you're in trouble. Google Fi is $50 unlimited text, call, and data plus work internationally. Ethiopia Fi, that's a good one, especially if you do international, right? But I say, you know what? When it comes to international calling, I mean, I'm assuming that you're saying when you go physically international, but as far as international calling, I don't really know why they even sell international plans, because you can call anywhere in the world over Facebook Messenger, FaceTime. You don't really even WhatsApp. You don't really even need international minutes anymore. Those days are done. Hey, you're welcome, Cosmic Wisdom. Mark, Straight Talk is nice. 25 gigs will last you. Exactly. Straight Talk is real nice. I was with them for years before I switched over to Red Pocket, because I don't really use a lot of data on my phone. I'm not a big data user. So I just need it for when I use my emails. I don't really watch a lot of videos. When I watch videos, I'm either at home. There's so many Wi-Fi hotspots everywhere now. You really don't even need to use your data. You go to Starbucks, you go to a restaurant, they always have Wi-Fi now. So whenever I walk into a business and if I need to get on my phone, I always connect to their Wi-Fi, because why use mine? It just doesn't, whatever. But if you get on Straight Talking out 25 gigs, you don't have to worry about nothing. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Straight Talk is a good one. But if you want to go cheaper, I mean, Straight Talk's plans are getting easier and better each time. They're just getting better and better and better, because people don't realize the taxes, like a regular phone plan. You see all those taxes on a regular phone plan. Those things are ridiculous. This tax, across the street tax, city tax, federal tax, this and prepaid plans. You don't have none of that. You just pay the taxes on the amount you pay, period. And overseas, Snuggles, man, as long as they got Wi-Fi, you can talk to anybody you want, really. You don't even really need cellular. Personally, I believe cellular is regular cell phone stuff. It's going to be on its way out. Soon as Wi-Fi is more standard everywhere, when they have Wi-Fi towers down the freeways, Wi-Fi towers everywhere, regular cell phones, those days are going to be gone pretty soon. They're on their way out. It's going to be like when I say cell phone, not cell phone itself, the cell phone service, like that. I bet you people never thought a regular home phone would be not in use, right? Now they might as well stop even putting regular phone connections inside of new houses. Why? Nobody's plugging up a regular phone anymore. Those days are done. Those days are gone. These are really good questions, man. Really good questions. Straight down 25 gigs, you would last you a month. Every day, man. At 25 gigs, I would never use up 25 gigs, Mark. I would never use that much. So I just don't pay for it. DTN, what's up, man? Welcome, DTN. Mark, Fresh Prince. This is another person that in you guys generation, you guys age group, Ethiopified. You guys are this is another man he's financially free. Okay, he speaks debt free. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? I love it. I love this. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I thank you guys all for participating every time I get in the chat. Share with your friends. Well, share with the ones that are ready to listen, because if you share with the wrong friend, they're going to think, why the hell you share me? Why you share this guy with me? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's crazy. Everybody has debt. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the like. I have a free 30-minute consultation. Email me, send me an email with a date, time, and your phone number, and a brief overview of your financial situation, and we can get straight into it during the consultation. And I'll pick which one is good for you, which one of my packages. I only have 3. I'll pick which one will work best for you, and then we'll just go from there. All right. You don't have to buy right away. We'll talk. I'll send you an invoice. When you're ready to pay it, you pay it. Once you pay it, I get an alert, and then we just start for the next steps. Okay. You're welcome, Ethiopified. Chiz Players. I cut my cable and just use IPTV for television. Same here. I just got a box, a little. What do I use? What is that thing I use? At first, Chiz Players, I was using Fire TV, and then now I use NVIDIA. It's an NVIDIA box. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what type of box you use, but that's just what I prefer. Okay. I use Apple TV. Apple TV is a good one. That's a good one. Thanks, sir. I shared your vid on Life Management Tribe. It's a positive social media platform that Romney Malcolm star. Okay, I appreciate that, Nicer. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing with people that, NVIDIA Shield. Thank you for sharing with people that understand and will appreciate what I do. I do appreciate that, Nicer. NVIDIA. Yeah, I like it's NVIDIA Shield. That's exactly what I have. Cosmic Wisdom. Thanks. Good to be around like-minded people. The only debt I have is on mortgage. Primary will be paid off in 6 years. When you say primary, you got a primary and secondary, and what type of mortgage do you have, Cosmic Wisdom? What's the type of mortgage do you have? 6 years. Thank you, everyone. No, what type of mortgage? I know that's the length, but do you have a conventional FHA? What type of mortgage do you have? Okay, conventional. Cool. I want to make sure you didn't say FHA. Okay, that gives me hives. All right. I just want to know. I always ask that question. All right. The others are for rental properties. Okay, cool, man. Are you financially free, Cosmic Wisdom? Wisdom. Oh, okay. See that? I thought it was wisdom. Wisdom. Once you get financially free, this is the best way I can say Cosmic Wisdom. Okay. Once you get financially free personally, you are going to revamp, because you're like, I have a client that's doing the same as you. He got rental properties. He got all that, right? The best way I can say is that once you're financially free, you'll see some things that you cannot see with your properties. Okay. Right now, by doing what you're doing, you're telling me you're headed in the right direction. I know your mindset. I know where you headed. I know what you're doing. Right. But there's the best way I can describe, there's some things you cannot see financially because you're in debt personally. That's the best way I can say it, the way I'm saying it. Okay. There's some things that you cannot see, that maybe you cannot. But if you're not financially free, I know there's some things you don't see. Okay. And that's not saying you're doing something bad or good or what. It's just math. I'm just talking mathematics. Okay. Nothing you as a person. I don't involve my feelings when I talk about math. I'm just talking mathematically. Okay. I just helped out a client that's doing pretty much the same thing you are doing. And then I identified some things that they didn't see. And they're like, oh crap, I didn't see that. I know, it's just something that, you know, if you've been in, like this, cosmic wisdom, if you've been in debt all your life, since you started working as a teenager, right? You only speak debt. Okay. You only can do things in debt because that's all you know, right? Once you get out of the debt matrix, you're going to see some things that you didn't see because you didn't know. Okay. That's for rental. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're going on 2 hours, 10 minutes, and it feels like 10 minutes to me. Look like I got to get back to some people on here too. Thank you for trusting me. And I promise I'll get back to you as soon as this session's over. I'll get back to you. I promise. I always do. I respect, like when you get out of debt, let me tell you something, you guys. Once you get out of debt, you will realize what the most valuable thing on earth is. It's time. Time is the only thing on earth you can't get more of. So I respect my time and I respect other people's time. I always respect other people's time. So if we set up a meeting, I'm going to call you on time. I'm not going to call you with an excuse why I couldn't. I'm going to call you on time. For example, I had somebody scheduled for a client meeting, and then I had another person that wanted to do an interview with me. Hey man, you available right now to do that? I was like, no, I can't. I have a client that has to wait. This person scheduled their time out of their day to speak with me on the phone at a particular time, and I'm gonna respect that. You know what I'm saying? I always respect people's time. Hey, thank you, Cosmic Wisdom. I'm glad you're taking it right, because sometimes people take it wrong. They take offense to it. And that's why I always specify, hey, I'm not saying this, that you're dumb, you're stupid, or whatever, right? I just make sure I say that properly. Nicer, phone about to die. Coming later to catch the first half. Hey, that's a good thing, Nicer. I'm glad to have kept you on here as long to make your phone go dead. That's important, because nowadays, people like have short time spans, man. Some people look at the video and look at the time, be like 2 hours. I'm not even looking at that, right? But you come here, it's information. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, Nicer. Thank you. Any other questions, you guys, before I get off here? Ooh, I can feel my voice, man. I feel my voice. Hey, Fred, you made it. You made it. You made it. How you doing, Fred? Fred, I appreciate that, Fred. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I'm glad you made on. You made it towards the end, though. We're 2 hours and 13 minutes in. Are your alerts on, Fred? Are your alerts on? Do you get alerts when I pop on live? If you're not, turn on the alerts, man, so you can chime in if you're available to even listen. A lot of people listen to me at work. I appreciate that too, man. That's nice. That's cool. Got that earpiece in. You know, people got that earpiece in. Your coworkers probably just think you're listening to music. They don't know you're soaking up some information. As soon as I get off, that plug comes out your ear, you like, oh my God, what am I doing here in this cubicle? And then you're gonna start hearing people talk debt, and you'll be like, LJ said that. LJ said that. They don't know what they're saying. They're saying it out loud. She's saying collectors are calling her and she's avoiding it. And she's saying it out loud. Yep. Yes, they are. Yes. Neo, you at work? You know what? I really do appreciate that, you guys. Thank you, man. Thank you. Because that just tells me that I'm putting out the right information. That lets me know that I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. Busy at work, huh? Okay. All right. I don't know who can, who can have earplugs in their ears or not during the time, but I want you guys to know I appreciate it. I even appreciate the people that listen to me in their car. I had a client send me a video of himself listening to me. It's weird hearing myself through his car stereo system, right? But I was listening to myself talk to him in the car. That's some cool stuff right there. That's cool. I promise I'm gonna get back to you guys. I see it coming. Thank you for the donations. Thank you. I can't see who did it yet, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. On my way to the gym listening to, hey, that's cool, Chiz players. Now I don't know if you can listen to me during a workout. I don't know. That's a different thing because I can't. When I work out, I listen to hardcore music. I listen to hardcore rap. That's just me. I listen to hardcore rap when I'm working out because it just pumps me up. I'm more of I lift weights, but I do a lot of calisthenics. That's why if you haven't seen what I do, go to my Instagram, SavingsMinusDebt, SavingsMinusDebt, one word, on my Instagram. I put a couple of my workout videos in there. I want people to show, it's more to show people that how I feel, how I have time now that I'm financially free. I have time to work on me, work on my body. And I want people, because your body shows the world how you treat it inside, right? That's how I view it. Your body shows the world. Thank you, Naima. Your body shows the world how you treat it and how you feel inside. So I want people, when they go to my finance page and they see me at age 50, and they're like, if that dude can do it, I can do it. And I have the time to be able to do it because I'm not in debt. So I put my health first. Okay. Because if I didn't have my health, I couldn't even be on here to do and show you guys what I'm showing you because I'll be in bad health. I wouldn't be able to have the health to do it. So go look out my videos. Go check me out. Okay. Cheers, play. You know what? Cheers, players. Do this. Go to my Facebook, Food Ain't My Daddy. Now I'm not on it much because I'm so concentrated on this debt, but go to my Facebook, Food Ain't My Daddy, and go check out my videos. I have a few tips up there and stuff like that. I got to get over there because people still, this is why I don't really show, what's that bump on my eyeball? Okay. I don't really do it because I don't mix the two because people start to ask me questions. Dude, how you got that 6-pack? How you got the 8-pack at 50? And then the questions start coming, right? But that's cool. I'll bounce back. Yeah, Food Ain't My Daddy. Food Ain't My Daddy. Facebook / Food Ain't My Daddy. Food Ain't My Daddy is one word. Put it together. Put the Food Ain't My Daddy together. And then you'll find me on Facebook. And then I have videos, all that up there. You can see my workouts. Now you'll see what I'm doing. And if you what is my other? Yeah, just Food Ain't My Daddy. Let's just go there. Right. Go check it out. I've calmed down on making the videos, but my primary thing is my stomach. I like having a 6-pack. I like having an 8-pack. Okay. I just do. It just makes me stand out from the rest. Okay. And I do a lot of things that can, if you want that stomach, I know how to get it for you. Okay. If you want that type of stomach, I know how to get it for you. Don't forget to hit those likes. Hit those likes, please, please, please. Hit that like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 1,000. I'm trying to get to that 1,000, man. That first 100 was hard as hell to get. Now I'm trying to get that 1,000. And see what somebody did I tag my videos on? I don't know. Throw food #Food Ain't My Daddy on YouTube. I might have a few up there. I'm not sure because I'm not so concentrated on that anymore. What do I eat first, Snuggles? I eat only a couple times a day. I have a food scale. I make sure I get a certain amount of protein every single day because people don't realize they don't really get that much protein on a regular basis a day. And if you go to the gym, you're using your muscles. Your muscles want that protein back, and you got to make sure you give it to them, else it's going to take it from somewhere else. But I'm trying to stay away from starches, and that is my weakness. What I say like this, Snuggles, this is what I say. Start measuring the amount of starches you use. If starches is it, thank you, Naima. Appreciate that. Saved me so much time. But I measure everything and I pay close attention to my sodium. So when the summertime comes, I'm really strict on my sodium content because I like to be sliced up. I like, especially living down here in South Carolina, I always walk around with my shirt off. I just do because I worked hard at it. I know I'm not going to have it forever. And that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's not just a show off. I earned that, man. I earned it. It's not in the gym. It's in the kitchen. Okay. Your new body is in the kitchen. Nicole Smith, I had a plan to get an FHA loan, but rent the house to someone to pay the mortgage payments, then move with my boyfriend to save money. Would that be a no? You got to think about it like this, Nicole. Okay. Figure out the reason why you're getting FHA mortgage. Why are you getting an FHA mortgage instead of a traditional conventional mortgage? Why you're not getting if you know the conventional mortgage is the best mortgage to get, why are you choosing an FHA mortgage? Okay. Cheers, players. I love sweets too much. I'll eat great for a week and then see some cookies and donuts and this. And you know what's so funny, cheers, players? I'm not saying now. Let me tell you guys something. I'm not saying I don't stop at Sonic's. I'm not saying that I don't eat my favorite candy, which is Reese's peanut butter cups. I love Reese's. I love sweets too, but I choose when to eat it. Now, remember as a kid when the ice cream man came through your neighborhood and you just crossed your fingers that your parents was going to give you money each and every time for the ice cream, right? You didn't get it every time. Now that you're an adult, you can go get ice cream and cookies and candy anytime you want. You got to use the same discipline. So say like, for example, you make it through a week of good eating. I suggest you reward yourself with something on Friday or Saturday, any type of food, any type of candy. Trust me, reward yourself. You got to give a balance. You can't, as soon as you say, oh, I'm not going to eat my favorite candy anymore, guess what you're going to want all the time? Your favorite candy. You got to trick your body. You got to say, you give your body at least, it's going to be like, because you've been eating it for years. You're just going to stop. You're addicted to it. Okay. It's no different than crack. All right. You can't just stop. Like when I hit crack, right? When I smoke, I'm just joking. I smoke crack. It's no different than any other addiction. It's just people don't look at sugar and salt as an addiction because it's legal. So they just figure it's legal, so it's not considered an addiction. It's an addiction. It is. It's the same thing. You're addicted to sweets. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. All you gotta do is Google that. It's more addictive than cocaine. You just got to recognize that it is. You got to realize if you crave it, I'm not saying not eat it, but I'm not going to have cookies until Friday. I guarantee you this. If you restricted yourself, say like cookies was your favorite, chocolate chip cookies. If you restricted yourself and waited till Friday, those are going to be the best damn chocolate chip cookies that you've ever tasted in your life. You can be like, did they change the recipe on these cookies? These cookies are good because you restricted yourself. That's all. So there's a balance. Just because you guys go see my video, I want you guys to see, like when you see me doing the thing like this on the video on my Instagram, that's my summer look. Okay, that's when I slice up. That's when I say, okay, I'm gonna be walking around here with my shirt off. I'm gonna slice up. That's my sliced up summer look. Now in the wintertime, I'm not as sliced. Okay, there's really I mean, but I don't let myself go. Don't get me wrong. I don't let myself go, but I'm not as sliced up as in the summertime. Okay. Because I keep in mind that I'm not going to be able to look like that for the rest of my life, but I stand out from the rest of the 50-year-olds. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay. Nicole, I hope that makes sense to you. Because you're young. I don't want you to get caught up in the debt matrix like the majority of people in your generation and the people that are still in that same predicament in my generation. They're still there. They're still paying on student loans. Some have student loans that are older than their grandchildren with FHA loans. You don't want to be that person. I promise you. Man, you guys are really emailing me. I promise. I'm going to get back to you guys all. I promise you. Everybody I'm going to get back to. I promise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, and like I said, I have a donation link under each and every video, PayPal, and if you guys feel it, donate whatever you wish. It's not no certain amount, but leave a note to why you're donating, okay? Because obviously, I moved you in some way for you even to just give me even $5, right? Just to say, hey, Linnell, you told me something that I didn't know, and it changed me in a certain way. That's what keeps me driven. This is my passion. I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. But when I wake up and read an email from somebody out the blue that just tells me that just, man, it just reassures me that I'm going in the right direction. All right, here we are, 2.5. I'm gonna cut this off. My mouth is getting dry. My throat is getting dry. I want to thank you, Naima, for helping me out here, putting those Instagram links up there. Much appreciated, as always. You're welcome, Nicole. Please subscribe if you haven't, Nicole. I will promise you, I will steer you the right way, and I will help you become wealthy, financially free. Let me put financially free. Financial freedom doesn't mean wealth. It means your finances are above zero. This is all you got to do, Nicole, if you want to do this on your own. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Okay. I want you to look at that large negative number, Nicole. Look at that, whatever that negative number is. I want you to look at it. Okay. And say to yourself, this is how much I'm worth today. Now, if you look at it and don't believe it, I want you to say to yourself this: how come I don't believe my own math? Okay, these are glitches in the debt matrix. Even though you see it clearly, how come you might look at that number and say, how come I don't feel like I'm in the negative? It's because you believe you own everything you financed. Okay, it's part of the matrix. I'm gonna bring you out of the debt matrix. And the glitch in the debt matrix is simple 5th grade math. Once you start to believe your own math, Nicole, you will understand a whole new language. You will understand by getting an FHA loan, by even being offered an FHA loan is an insult. It is a financial insult. FHA mortgages are only offered to people that don't know. They don't know they're in debt. That's why they're offered FHA mortgages. It's no different than when people are offered gap insurance on cars. Gap insurance is only offered to people that don't know they're upside down in debt in a car. They don't know they are. That's why they're offered gap insurance. That's the same thing as FHA mortgage. If you knew the fees, all the stuff that are associated with FHA mortgage, there's no way in hell you would ever sign on a dotted line for one of those. Ever, 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 ever. And you sure in the hell wouldn't say it out loud. You wouldn't tell people out loud, what type of mortgage you got? FHA mortgage. You wouldn't say that out loud. You sure wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. But people in debt, they don't know that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mark. Nicole, you're welcome. Cheers, players, as always. Naima, thank you. Yes, Nicole. Let it sink in, okay? It's just and remember, Nicole, I'm not saying anything fancy. All right. I'm not a mathematical PhD, master, college, whatever, right? None of that. I'm just using the math we all learned in grade school. That's it. That's it. I'm not special. If you just trust your own math, that's it. William Watson, why what? Really, why what? I don't know what you're saying why about. If you learn this at your age, Nicole, you're going to kill the game. You're going to kill the financial game. You're going to kill it. And nobody's going to know how you're doing it. You could even tell them how you're doing it. Hey, I just used LJ's master mathematical formula, savings minus debt equals how much money I had in real life. I just changed that negative to the positive. I got it out of under zero and made it above zero in the black, and now I'm free. That's all I did. They're going to look at you like, what everybody has debt. What are you talking about? Everybody has debt. No, they don't. That's not true. That is true. Ask my friend. Ask this person. Ask this person. No, all those people in the debt matrix, of course, they believe they have debt. That's why. See what I'm saying? All right. Any other questions? William, I want to answer your question before you leave, but you guys, man, I appreciate you all. As soon as I eat something, I'm going to get back to all the emails and text messages I got right now. I'll get back to everybody. And I probably won't be back on till probably Thursday, but I'm going to have another Sunday session at 1:00. My Sunday sessions are any question and answer related to do to personal finances. Okay. Anything personally finance related. All right, William, the FHA loan is no good. They say that that's a good way to obtain your first home without putting. No, it's definitely not good for sure. See, it all counts on how you're listening to that, William. If you figure out how come you don't have 20% to put down, it'll answer your own question. You see what I'm saying? Those things sound like you don't have to put 20% down on a house. Those things sound good to people that have no money, to people that are in debt, because of course it sounds good because they have no money. So you mean I can get in a house by not putting any money down? Sure you can. See what I'm saying? But that's not true. I mean, anything you buy, you must pay for. Okay, else you don't own it. You're going to be paying more for it than what it's worth. So FHA, let me tell you something, you guys. Okay, so you guys can, if you're just coming in the room, FHA mortgages are only for people who don't know they're in debt. FHA mortgages are for people who don't know. You hear what I'm saying? Once you get out of the debt matrix and you understand how money works, FHA mortgage would be considered an insult if you walked in the bank and asked for a mortgage and they offered you an FHA mortgage. That would be an insult. But I'm going to tell you this. Once you're financially free, your credit report looks a certain way. And after the bank runs your credit report, they wouldn't dare insult you offering you an FHA mortgage. They wouldn't insult you like that because that would be an insult. See what I'm saying? They would look at your credit report and say, we better not say that to him because else he's going to leave. No, Nicole, I say like this, okay? Again, when it's time to buy a home, I want you to walk in the biggest bank you know and ask for the best rate mortgage they have to offer, okay? You're going to have to put 20% or more down just to even get the best conventional rate mortgage. You're going to have to put 20% or more down on the house. You're going to have to cap it cash. 20. I say a little over 20%, 25 to 30, but 20% or more to even qualify for that mortgage, okay? You need to have that. So if you bought a house, if you was looking at a house for $300,000, okay, say like the house is $300,000, you would have to have at least $60,000 cash or more to put down on that house. Now, I know that sounds like a lot. If you're in debt, it sounds like a lot. When you're out of debt, it's not a lot. It's not. Compared to what you're going to be paying with an FHA mortgage, oh, no, it's not a lot at all. Trust me. Okay. By having 20% or more also to put down on the house, it will keep you in the range. It will keep you in the range that you can afford. You see what I'm saying? If you have $60,000 and you're looking at a $400,000 house, you know you don't have $80,000 to put down on the house, so you're not going to be looking at the $400,000 house. You're not going to do it because you're not going to qualify for the best top rate conventional mortgage. It's that simple. So what if you put money down? Oh, no, I already read that. Okay. Yeah. So putting money down is okay. That's fine. That's nothing's wrong with that. You want to put money down. So if you're like, for example, Nicole, if you're looking around and you're seeing friends and family buy homes, okay, this is the easiest way to tell without them knowing why you're asking this question of them, Nicole. This is the easiest way to tell if they bought their home the right way. Okay. Ask them how much they put down on their house, because people that finance homes love to tell how much the house was, right? Once they tell you the price of that house, what they got it for, all you got to do is put this in Google. Say like you came across a family member that said, hey, I just bought this house for $300,000. All you got to do is 20% of 300,000. Just Google that. Google will tell you the answer. If they didn't put that much money down, so then this is what you ask them. Hey, how much did you put down on the house? If they tell you anything less than 20% down or only 10%, only 5%, they did it wrong. You don't need to ask them any more questions about how they bought that house. That's the only answer you need to know, if they did it right or if they did it wrong, period. You don't need to know nothing else. If it's less than 20%, they did it wrong. I'm still going, Fresh Prince. I got to get, my throat is getting dry too. I'm going to get off. Snuggles, what about a townhouse for 85,000? How much will you need to put down? This is what I want you to do, Snuggles. Open up Google browser, say 20% of 85,000. That's the answer you have. That's it. You don't even see it. I'm telling you guys, you don't even need to know math. You just need to know the numbers to put in. 20% of 85,000 will give you the answer. That's how much you need to put down. Okay. Any other questions before I leave? Any other questions? My water's almost gone too. Any other questions? Okay, what are the fees associated with FHA mortgages on the back end? Oh, William, I tell you what, on the front end, okay, fees are not on the back end of FHA mortgage. They get those up front because they know the people that accept FHA mortgages, that they're not going to finish the term of that agreement anyway, so they get them up front. So I'll tell you one. Private mortgage insurance. Okay. FHA mortgages have two. Okay. They have one when you're signing a loan, a couple of lumps right up front, and then they got another one throughout the whole entire 30-year length of the loan. Okay. Sometimes they switch between private mortgage insurance, and then what they did was, that's PMI. PMI is private mortgage insurance. So what they did to fool people, they took the P and skipped it over the M and the I, and then they call it MIP, mortgage insurance premiums. It's the exact same thing, okay? They just tricking people in the debt matrix. So if somebody gets hip to PMI, they change it to MIP, and then somebody asks them, hey, do you got PMI in your FHA mortgage? They're gonna say, no, I don't. Yeah, you do. It's just called MIP now, okay? They just fooling them, all right? They get that in the front end and through the life of the loan, okay? And there's a ton of other fees in there that there's too many to describe, but you just never, that's why you never get an FHA mortgage. And the next time I buy a house, check it out. Not only am I going to get the top rate conventional mortgage, I'm going to buy from a foreclosure, a tax lien, whatever. I'm not paying Blue Book a value for a house. I'm not doing any of that. And then I'm going to get a lawyer to look over the paperwork, because I don't know anything about mortgage paperwork. I don't know that this is a thick stack of paperwork. You think I know anything about? I'm gonna take that paperwork to a lawyer and say, hey, is this in my best interest? That's it. I will never, ever again buy a house without a lawyer. I'll never do that. I'll never, ever do that again, ever. Any other questions? Thank you, William. I appreciate the questions, man. Those are good questions. Any other questions before we get off of here? I always wonder why there was mortgage insurance in the calculations. I know you see, hey, Neo, you hear the word insurance, right? Private. This is how the banks use. They put in words that make it sound like it's for you. Private mortgage insurance. That has nothing to do with you. That's insurance for the bank. Because since people that take out FHA mortgage, they're considered high risk. So they add in private mortgage insurance for the bank. So this is a fee that the Federal Housing Association or administration takes out, they collect. So just in case you default on your mortgage, the FHA administration insures that loan to the bank, because the bank actually still gives the loan, but it's insured by the Federal Housing Administration. And the Federal Housing Administration, how they pay it, they collect private mortgage insurance from the owner, right? And then they stack, because you can only imagine how many people are paying PMI. It's in the billions, right? Then once the person that took out the high risk FHA mortgage, they default on it. And then the FHA administration says, okay, bank, here's your money, because we have it insured by all the years of private mortgage insurance is pay and pay, so the bank doesn't lose. That's why they can accept people with low credit scores, bad credit, no money down. That's why all those things sound so good to people in the debt matrix, because the bank is covered. That's why. That's why when you go get a conventional mortgage, it's not insured by the FHA, Federal Housing Administration. That's why all the requirements are higher. Good credit, good job, 20% or more down, because they're taking, it's not insured. So if you default, the bank loses. See what I'm saying? But anybody that is prepared, actually prepared to buy a house, they're probably not going to default, because they have all the requirements to even get that type of mortgage. See what I'm saying? That's why the majority of people have FHA mortgages, because they just don't know. That's it. Nothing more. Don't be fooled by the word insurance. That's like overdraft protection. See how the bank uses words? Overdraft protection. Nobody ever stops to say, who are you protecting me from? If I overdraft, who are you protecting me from? All you got to do is go in the mirror and say, you. They're making you pay to protect yourself from yourself. The banks are killing the game, people. The banks are killing the game. They just use these words and fool you. You signing all these papers. Oh, private mortgage insurance. Oh, insurance. That must just be like my car insurance. Insurance is for me. No, it's not. Mortgage insurance premiums. Oh, that's for me. Oh, no, it's not. The insurance is for the lender. Yes, Nicole, the insurance is for the lender. Private mortgage insurance. I know it sounds like it's for you. It's not. Nicole, find somebody with a conventional mortgage, or just go to the bank and say, and ask, just walk in and say, I want to get some information on a conventional mortgage. Is there PMI, private mortgage insurance, on a conventional mortgage? They're going to say no. No, there's not. That's only for subprime mortgages. Subprime mortgages. Now look at it this way, Nicole. Conventional mortgage is considered a prime mortgage. Prime means the top dog. Subprime mortgages are anything under it. VA loans, FHA loans, conventional 97 loans, whatever, all these first-time home buyer programs, all those are considered subprime mortgages, okay? Neo, my lender keeps trying to get me to get health insurance for my... What'd you say? Health insurance for your house? Did you say that right, Neo? Are you saying that right? Health insurance for your house? Because I have no idea what that is. I thought health insurance was for humans. I'm not sure what that means. And if you're, oh no, William, no. 203K loan is a FHA loan as well. No. Okay, life insurance. All right. Cool. Yeah. No. I mean, I'm not against life insurance, but I say, and this is me personally, I wouldn't get life insurance until I was financially free. Okay. Life insurance is for money, like money you want to leave somebody, right? And I'm financially free. I would get life insurance because I don't have it now, but I would get it to leave it with my wife or girlfriend, or wife if I'm married, to have her just have extra money, because she would think like me. Because if you leave it with somebody in debt, they're just going to spend your life insurance on debt. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's pointless. I wouldn't do that. Hyphy, wouldn't surprise me if someone is trying to sell health insurance for a house they sell water to. Exactly, they would. That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. There's all kind of things that they sell people that they don't even need. And you got to remember, Neo, like this, okay? You got to look at your money always this way. If you add up all your savings, add up all your debt, savings minus debt equals how much money you have for life insurance. If that number is in the negative, you don't even have money to buy life insurance. Don't even worry about that right now. Don't even worry. You will. Once you get out of debt, you can buy all that. That's all cream on the, that's frosting on the cake. That's just extra money. You better believe the rich use that. But you must be debt free first. Okay. So you know exactly what type of insurance, because you'll know once you're financially free, you'll know how to pick the expert in that area. How would I pick the right person that can steer me in the right way to buy health insurance, life insurance or whatever, right? I'll ask to see their personal credit report. The personal credit report will tell me if they know what they're talking about. Because if they haven't invested in themselves first, I'm not going to take it that they've already broken the number one rule. If they're in debt, if they have student loans older than their children, they've already broken the number one rule. They haven't invested in themselves first. But you like this. If that happened to me, I would like, you haven't invested in yourself first, but you're going to tell me how to invest my money and you haven't even did it. I'm not doing that. That's like a overweight person tell me how to get in shape. Oh, you need to do this and that. How are you telling me that? You're not even doing it. See what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Because I remember before I got in shape, a lot of people don't realize I was overweight for a little while. Not ridiculous, but I had a big belly and all that stuff. Looked like I needed a bra, all that. All right. All that. Right. And I remember going to the doctor and my doctor looked just like me, but he's telling me what I should do to get in better health. I knew at that moment he's just writing prescriptions so he can get paid. I'm like, look at your stomach, but you're telling me how to get in shape. And I never saw that doctor again. I left. Why are you going to tell me that? And you medically know you went to school to become healthy, but you're not using it, but you're going to tell me what to do. No, sir. Not doing any of that. Nicole, what about if I'm looking at a condo for $250,000? Is that a good price range? If I put down 30% on the conventional loan, if I was you, Nicole, I would look for condos that are being sold because of non-payment of taxes. I would look for condos that are in foreclosure. Okay. I don't want you to look at, once you're financially free, blue book value of anything. I don't care. Like, for example, Nicole, I don't care the blue book value of any house. I don't care what area that no longer blue book value of any house, any condo in any area in any city of the United States no longer matters to me. I don't care what the blue book value is. That has nothing to do with me until I sell, never when I buy. I look for tax liens. I look for people in trouble with FHA mortgages. I look for foreclosures. That there's more people in trouble than what you can't see them, because on the outside they look like they're not in trouble, but on the inside, I guarantee you, their dream home is their nightmare. I promise you. Now, I don't know yet, chess players, because I'm not in that part of my life yet. I'm still building my business, but I'll get there. I'm sure there's a list somewhere. I'm sure there's somebody killing the game over there. I'll see them. I'll find them and I'll share it with you guys once I get in that area. But right now, I don't know that. I'm just sticking to personal finances right now. But when you get out of debt, chess players, I promise you, when you get out of debt, you can see it. It's everywhere. That's the best way I can explain to you. Chess players, have you ever seen like an interview of a rapper and he's inside of a studio and they just put on a beat and he's rapping and he's just looking around the room making stuff match. He's making stuff rhyme and hey, this and that, and then he sees the host and he rhymes something with that, and then he sees a coffee cup and he rhymes it with that. It's just I feel like a rapper in finance because I can just see everything. Oh yeah, don't do that. What is he saying? Oh yeah, he's in debt. This and I just say yeah, and I don't even have to necessarily know about it. I just have to, as long as it makes mathematical sense to me, I can connect it all. It's only math, I promise you. I feel like I'm a financial rapper without rhyming. I'm only making the numbers match. I'm making the numbers rhyme, cheers players. I'm making the numbers rhyme. That's all I care. As long as the numbers rhyme, I'm good with it. You're welcome, Nicole. I'm telling you, Nicole, I want to start you out right. These are very good questions you're asking. And I want you to understand everything I'm saying to you, Nicole. I'm answering you mathematically so it'll click. I don't want you just to take my word for it. I want you to listen to me and say, damn, that math does make sense. Okay, that's why I wouldn't do that. Okay, that's why FHA loans are so easy to get. That's why I can get an FHA loan. I'm not approved for a conventional for this house, but I can get the same house with an FHA mortgage, the exact same house. I can't get it with that loan, but I can get it with that loan. There's a reason. Okay. Always wonder, because when people are denied, they go, oh man, not with that loan, but I can with that loan. Then they just accept it and just go, never stopping once to say, Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Okay, why? You're welcome, Nicole. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, William, I appreciate that too. I'm gonna get back to everybody. My phone's blowing up. I ain't gonna lie, it's blowing up today. Today's a little busier than normal. All right. I appreciate everybody. How we go? We got 10 minutes left. Okay. 3 hours is my max. 3 hours is my max. Is there any other questions? You better fit them in 10 minutes because I'm getting off. Any other questions? As a matter of fact, you know what, William, that 203K loan, I just saw something on Instagram trying to advertise that damn thing. Now, William, I don't jump into people's Instagram and say, hey, man, that 203K loan is bull crap. That's my feelings. I mean, even though I know it's wrong mathematically, it's their business, and how I feel about how they're running their business are feelings. I never mix my feelings with business ever. I don't do that. I don't disrupt anybody's business. Say they're making money. They got clients that believe that 203K loan is a good thing. Great. Hey, do your thing. Do your thing. If they come to me and want the truth, I'll say, you better not do that. You better not do that. You better not do that. See what I'm saying? Okay. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Please get those likes up. The YouTube algorithms do something. O'Shea was telling me that they do something when you get more likes on your videos, and they do something. I'm not sure what they do, but it works. And I'm O'Shea Duke Jackson, and he got thousands of viewers or thousands of subscribers. So I take all that word, everything he's saying. Solo TV 84. If you guys came over from his channel, thank you. I got to go back and see if there's been some questions under that video that I made with him, because I usually go back to their channel and answer all the questions that people leave comments on there. So I got to get back there today. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to sign out here. Thank you, everybody. William, Neo, Nicole. I appreciate all those questions, Nicole. Really do. Naima, thank you. And before I leave, I want to say, if you want a free 30-minute consultation, email me at deadaintmydaddy@gmail.com. Leave a date, time, your phone number. I'm in East Coast time zone, by the way, East Coast. Your phone number and a brief overview of your financial situation. And then put you on the schedule. And then that way, if you give me your financial situation, we can just get straight into it in a 30-minute consultation. So we get straight in there. Thank you, Fresh Prince CEO. Thank you for your support, man, Fresh Prince. I really appreciate that. And that's okay, Snuggles. That's the first step to recovery, admitting it. Now, poor and broke are two different things, okay? It's a mental state, but we won't get into that right now. But that's the first. You say that out loud, man. Somebody comes up, hey, man, you gonna go on a vacation with us, man? We're about to hit this cruise and do this and that. Say, nope, why not? I'm broke. That mean you ain't got no money? No, I ain't got no money. That's why I'm not going on the cruise. I'm not going because I'm broke. Don't be ashamed to say you're broke. Just say, I have no money. Hey, Christmas is coming up. You buying anybody some gifts? Nuh-uh. Why not? I'm broke. How I feel about Christmas is irrelevant. Buying people Christmas presents when you ain't got no money, you're going deeper in debt to make somebody else feel good about Christmas. I'm not doing any of that. Not doing none of that. I am broke. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm broke. I did that when I was getting out of debt. Christmas time, it took me about 2.5 years to get out of debt. Holidays came up, all that stuff. Christmas. Do you buy anything for anybody? Why not? I'm broke. I don't care how anybody feels about it. When you get out of debt, you can buy anybody anything you want now. Anything. You can give away money. You can feel good about because you have the money to do it. It's much different. Once you're debt free, giving people money, giving them gifts, it feels good because you can do it. See what I'm saying? You can do it. I make close to 80 a year and I am poor. Hey, Snuggles, I made 160 a year, double that. And I was living paycheck to paycheck. Once you're financially free, Snuggles, you will be killing the game at 80 a year. You will be killing it. $80,000 a year with no debt, you will kill the game. Fresh Prince, tell this dude. Tell Snuggles, man. Tell him. Snuggles, I live on $35,000 a year, not by choice. It's just that's how cheap life is. It's just 35,000. I'm not cutting coupons. I'm not watching my gas, watching my mileage. I'm not doing none of that. None of that. It's life is not expensive. It only seems that way when you're in debt. Any other questions? Because I'm cutting it off for 3 hours. Nicole, I hope I left you something to think about. Good luck with your boyfriend. And I mean that in every way, because I'm working with married couples right now. And it's mainly the men trying to convince their wives. I mean that. I mean, good luck. I feel sorry. I feel for couples that are together and one wakes up from the debt matrix and the other one doesn't. Good luck. Especially if you have a mate with thousands of student loan debt, and they have convinced themselves that they will never pay it off. They're calling it like forever loans and stuff like that. Good luck. Because if you've ever uttered the words forever loan, calling your student loans a forever loan, guess what? You're going to be a forever slave. That's what you're saying to yourself. I accept being a forever slave. That's what you're saying. Men, I said, Snuggles, I said like this: men that are married. I've had 3 clients that are married. The men see debt free as the way to go. Their wife does not. The wife is unwilling to do what it takes to become financially free, and that's a horrible place to be. Horrible. Yeah, it's horrible, man. And I'm coming up with ways so they can show their loved one, their wife, what the advantage of getting out of debt. Okay, and I'm coming up with videos to help them to convince their wife that debt free. Because you got to remember, it's not that their wife is bad or evil or whatever, right? If you've been in a debt matrix all your life, you've been conditioned to think that way. And so if you wake up, all of a sudden you can see, and then all of a sudden you're just going to tell your wife, hey, we've been doing it wrong all these years. Let's just do it this way. We got to stop doing this and that. And we got to sell that. They're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell? I'm not selling my car. No, everybody has car payments. That's normal. Car payments is normal. We need credit cards for emergencies, all that. Good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck. Yep. You heard it right, Snuggles. That's my next challenge. That's my next video. That's my next book. I mean, not next book. It will be a book. I don't have a book yet, but people keep asking about books, and I'm going to do that. You mean you're not supposed to look rich? Looking rich is a myth. Okay, that's what gets people in debt right now, because they're trying to look rich when they're not. But when you are rich, you'll realize that there's no reason to do that. Why do you need to do that? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to look. If the majority of Americans are in debt and you're a multimillionaire, why would you want to show the world that need money that you're a multimillionaire so they can come rob and steal you and try to scam from you? It doesn't make any sense. Just when you're rich, just fit in. I mean, you don't have to totally fit in, right? You can buy a bigger house in a different area. You don't have to show off. You don't have to buy a Bentley. You don't have to do all that stuff. I guarantee you, the majority of people you see with these fancy cars, I guarantee you they're making car payments. Guaranteed. And when you see somebody driving an expensive car and you find out they're making car payments, you got to ask yourself, if you have so much money, why are you financing a car? Why don't you just pay cash for it? Because they're in debt. Exactly, Snuggles. Exactly. But once you get out of debt matrix, you realize you don't have to do none of that. You don't have to show off to nobody. It doesn't matter. Everything's a thing. It doesn't matter. But anyway, thank you. You guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm signing off. That's 3 hours. Don't get me wrong. I love these talks. I love how long they go. I appreciate it all. I'm going to get back to everybody once I eat because I am starving. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. All right. Thank you.